can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me... Alien? Hello? Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Check mic, check mic. Ni hao ma! Thank you, King X Kaiser 1990. Ni hao ma! How we doing, everybody? Can you hear me? Are we indeed live? How we doing? You guys doing good? Ano Hitori, Gort, B Prime 22, J Regzilla, Godzilla 154. What up, what up? You guys ready for a Just Playing stream? It has been quite a bit since I've done one of these, and I'm excited for this particular one. And I'm very glad that you guys were participating in the poll that I posted a few minutes ago. It appears that there is a lot of alien love going on in the chat. Appreciate you. All right. And that seems to be the end of the timer here. There we go. Okay, we're gonna get started in a bit, but first I do want to see how many people we got watching right now. Oh! It's always a pleasure to see more than 69 people tuning into the stream. I would have asked to wait for 69, but we are well beyond that. 109 people? Alright then, chat. We're gonna get this started. That's right. You know what? J-Regzilla in the chat. Great idea. If you are a member, if you're a green name, first of all, thank you very much. And second of all, can we get an alien emote in the chat right now? That's right, J-Regzilla. Both of them. They come in a pair. I love you, Alien, and Ghidorah. Let's go. All right. All right, crack open a code one or whatever it is you guys do on a Wednesday evening. And let's get this started. And you know, Kid Kai, that's a great idea too. Just put a generic alien emote if you're not a member. But please consider becoming a member. It really helps the channel. Okie dokie. Let's go. I love you. Hey, my name is Jobby, and welcome to a Just Playing stream where tonight we are just gonna be playing with the Hiya Toys Godzilla Evolved from Godzilla Kong The New Empire, and the figure that I'm more excited for, TBH, the Hiya Toys King Ghidorah from the 1991 movie Godzilla King Ghidorah, the one with time travel if you've never seen it. Anyway, chat, if you've never been to one of these streams before, it's simple. We are gonna crack these open. Thank you very much. Stay tuned. We're gonna crack both of these figures open, well, one at a time. And we're gonna take a look at them for the very first time. So this stream is going to be my first impressions of these figures. I've never played with them before. And hopefully it's a good first impression. I have really high hopes for these particular figures here, especially King Ghidorah. Hiya Toys, you're on a freaking hot streak with the Hiya Toy Shimo here. Excellent figure. Haven't reviewed it yet, but I will. So let's hope that you don't break the streak with King Ghidorah. I hope it's as good, if not better, than the Hiya Toy Shimo. I just noticed that my camera is a little weirdly positioned. Get that little bit of my PC out of the frame. There you are. All right, so while we go ahead and play with these figures over the course of the stream, I will take any sort of comments or questions from the chat. I'll do my best to interact with you. However, if you need me to see something 100% guarantee, I highly recommend that you donate, because not only will I 100% guarantee see your comment or question, I will use that money for the channel. Thank you very much for your support. All right, then. With all that out of the way, let's get right into the unboxing. And according to the poll that I posted before we properly went live here, King Ghidorah wins it. So we are going to play with King Ghidorah first, and then afterwards, Godzilla Evolved. Let's go, chat. Thank you for voting for the alien. That's the figure that I'm more excited for, like I mentioned. All right. Here we go. Well, actually, let me reframe my review camera here real quick. Thank you very much. Stay tuned. For anybody donating under $5, you're going to have to wait a little bit before I read your donation out loud. I will read it, though.
Godzilla
$5 and above, for example.
$5. Luckily, unlike the last Ghidorahs, zero assembly required for the Heisei King Ghidorah.
Hell yeah.
This
That's good news.
Is all put together in box.
Beautiful. Thank you very much for that. And perfect segue. If you donate $5 and above, I can respond to your dono immediately because of my TTS bot. Just saying.
Sound Ravage tipped $5.
Thank you.
Jobby, have literally been waiting all year for this stream. Let's fucking go. King Ghidorah noises.
What would King Ghidorah noises be? There you go. That's my best King Ghidorah impression. Let me end the poll, actually, before people tip the scales. There we go. King Ghidorah, unboxing time. Let's go. And while I unbox this big old sucker here, just to reaffirm how freaking huge this thing is. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm super excited for this. Anyway, while I open this up, I'm sure that there are a few of you out there, and for good reason, you might be wondering. Hold that thought.
22 super
Thank you.
chatted $5. King Ghidorah. Let's go. Start Broly music.
I don't know what Broly music is, but fully assembled. Look at that. Beautiful. Already. Absolutely beautiful. Anyway, I'm sure there are some of you in the chat wondering, but Jubby, where is the new review on the main channel? Are you supposed to hand over your channel now and your ass? Well, let me tell you. Very good news for you, chat. The new review, which will be the Transformers Age of Extinction movie review, and hold that thought. Thank you very much.
Jobbert, that noise isn't accurate for this version of Ghidorah. Actually, nerd face emoji, he used a modified Rodan roar in this movie.
I was actually going to ask another lore question for this particular Ghidorah. I did see the movie, but it was a long time ago. So I'll need some more the lore recap. However, as I was saying, Transformers Age of Extinction movie review featuring Kellen Goff, Kian Carlisle, Kellen's good friend Jess. It's done. It's 100% complete. It's actually on YouTube right now, but it is set to private because, unfortunately, chat, in this particular capitalist hellscape, I have to wait for my sponsor to approve it. So, as soon as the sponsor approves of the video, you guys will be able to see it. So hopefully that's by the end of the week or maybe early next week. We'll see what happens. I'm waiting for a reply, but I'm very anxious to show you guys the video. Been working on it essentially all of last month, which is why I didn't upload anything. So no, we're back, man. And the video is 34 minutes long. It's a big old video. Got a lot of goofs and gaffs and commentary about everyone's favorite Transformer movie, Age of Stink. I hope you look forward to it, chat. And I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoyed making it. And now... Oh, there's some twist ties here. Let me grab my plastic cutters for this. There we go. Here we are. Oh, baby. Already, chat. The painting and the sculpting here looks absolutely beautiful. And unfortunately, I don't have, or I guess fortunately for my wallet, I don't have the SH Monster Arch version of this design to do a direct comparison. And on the topic of the price of this figure, you can get this figure for yourself. You can get both of these figures for yourself through the link in the description. Big shout out to gundammit.com, which is just the Show Z store. And don't forget to use my code JOBBY when you buy something from them. Okay, all right. Actually, there is a lot more twist ties here to get through. Okay. Want to be careful not to chip away at the paint. This guy is packaged really well. But now,
Gort super chatted $5.
Thank you very much.
Time to
Appreciate
ya.
ya.
China virus word of Jobtimus Prime.
I have a button for that. There you go. And here we are. Damn. Okay, let me just get rid of the packaging here so we can get a clearer look at this. But already, first impressions, this feels really nice in hand. And God, this might just be the cleanest Hiya Toys figure that I've ever seen. Beautiful painting and sculpting here, really precise detail. Anyway, let me put this off to the side and clear up the review desk. Put that on the couch for now. Alright, and how much was this figure again? $125, which, you know, it's still a lot of money, but compared to what you're gonna get from Bandai, hold that thought. Thank you very much.
More question. Yes, technically, he is from space. The Dorots are genetically engineered based on the DNA of a creature they found on Saturn Urk. So while Hess not a space invader, his origins are still tied to extraterrestrial life.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Godzilla 154. I didn't even ask the lore question that I was going to, but you answered it in advance. That was exactly the question that I was going to ask you. Is this version of Ghidorah an alien? And you answered it without me asking it. So thank you very much for reading my mind and I guess living in my walls. Thank you very much. Okay. And just double checking here, there is nothing else within the box, which is always unfortunate with these kaiju figures. I wish that every kaiju figure come with a breath part. In future releases, I'm sure that they'll include breath parts. I think they're going to do a battle damage version of this guy, and of course, Mecha King Ghidorah, and hopefully both of those include some blast effect parts. But the basic release does not have any of that, so the only thing you get in the box is the figure itself, which is looking really good so far. So let's bring him back, and wow. Thankfully, everything is pre-assembled, so we're not gonna have to spend half an hour roasting the dragon and attaching the tails. Although I do have my hairdryer on standby, just to be sure to soften up some plastic that feels a little too tight. You know how things can get. So let's position the tails. Jesus. Look at that. Oh my word, that looks so good. And the beautiful, highly talked about, highly anticipated, flexible wings. If you notice here, there are no joints anywhere on these big flaps of skin. But, if I remember correctly, there you go. Bendy wires. My God, didn't I suggest this in my King Ghidorah 2019 review that the wings should be bendy wires? They finally did it with the Toho release. Oh my goodness, peak. Holy peak. Holy peak, Hiya Toys. Jeez Louise. Now if I could just get him standing up on his own, get the necks positioned. There we go. Ho ho! Damn! Jesus! You guys gotta see this. Just look at the detail on the heads. Damn. Even with my favorite, or perhaps my former favorite Hiya Toys figure here, I still had a little bit of complaints with the head, how they painted the eyes. Not bad, to be fair, but just slightly sloppy. This figure though, holy moly. I don't see any sloppiness at all, and the detailing here on the face, super clean. Oh my goodness, this is the type of painting and sculpting that you would expect from a Bandai product. And every time I take a look at one of these Hiya Toys Godzilla figures, you know I gotta talk some shit about Bandai. Because, oh my goodness, the price difference and the fidelity of detail that you're getting, night and day. I think this is going to be one of those situations where I would recommend this figure over an SH Monster Arts, even if the price weren't significantly better. But just out of curiosity, I do want to take a look at how much the SH Monster Arts version would cost. SH Monster Arts King Ghidorah 1991. Let's see. And let's go to the official website so we get the retail price here. Okay. Oh, this one, this is an old figure. It was released in 2012, so adjusted for, I don't know how to adjust for inflation. I'm not that smart. But at the time, this figure was, well, shit, the same price. $125. Let's try to go to a third, oh, okay. All right. Immediately, the next link after that, Amazon has it up for $370. That's around closer to what you're gonna get it for nowadays, and perhaps adjusted for inflation, that would be accurate. Okay, Big Bad Toy Store has it for $137. It's sold out. Okay, you know, actually, depending on if you guys know how to adjust for inflation, I don't know how much that 2012 money would cost in 2025 money. But I do gotta give it up to Bandai. That is not the most expensive SH Monster Arts figure that I've seen. So that points out the window. This figure in 2025 money is $125. And honestly, worth for now. Worth for now. Perhaps over time I'll find some issues with it, but just straight out of the box and doing a basic articulation test here, feels very nice, looks amazing. Let's get some close-ups on the detail here. Oh, god damn. God damn, boy. And I just, the face, the head sculpts, the multiple head sculpts are just so good.
Godzilla tipped $5.
Thank you.
They are charging $230 for the Destroy repaint, which is an over 10-year-old mold. If Bandai repainted this now, it would be closer to $250 like the recent MKG repaint was. They are also charging $300 for the smaller 72 Ghidorah figure.
Okay, that is a way more accurate metric than whatever the hell I was trying to do earlier. So, again, thank you very much, Godzilla154, with the lore assist here. There you go. If this figure, if Bandai were to release the SH Monster Arts King Ghidorah 1991 today, it would cost more along the lines of $300 or maybe even $250 if we're being generous. So, once again, price-wise, Hiya Toys wins. $125 for this dude. And just to confirm for you, chat, how big this guy is, there you go. That is a lot of figure for a relatively little amount of money. And just to show you guys in better lighting, the detail on the heads here. Gotta be my favorite part of the figure so far. Each of the head sculpts looks really, really, really good. Very happy with this so far. And just doing a basic articulation test here, I can already tell that the neck articulation is fantastic. Say that again. I can't even say fantastic anymore without people bringing up that stupid Fan Four Stick movie. Anyone seen the new one by any chance? I haven't yet. I just finished, well, I didn't just finish. I just saw Superman. So the next superhero movie that I gotta watch is Fantastic Four. Anyway, back to the King Ghidorah here. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now let's see how far we can push the articulation here. So, let me adjust the camera, actually. There you go. I think I will heat up the figure a little bit just to get more range out of it. but the neck articulation, like I mentioned, is super good so far and feels very nice, very solid, very smooth. I just like bullying Kevin here. I guess this would be the Kevin equivalent, right? I don't know if Toho ever named the individual King Ghidorah heads, but for the sake of familiarity, I'm gonna call this one Kevin. And Kevin is held together very well.
Anonymous tipped $20.
Hold that thought. Thank you.
Interested in the Dreamstar Toys?
Thank you very much.
I
Jesus
would have to
Christ.
say it is the most complex version of the Constructicons that we have ever seen. Model 4 picks were just me some Devastator. Thank you for all you do.
Hey, appreciate that big old dono. Thank you so much. Dreamstar Devastator. I have seen it and it does look really good. I'm still on the fence about getting it for now. In terms of Devastator figures, I'm still waiting on the Mastermind Creations version, so perhaps I'll hold off until I get that. So that's a big maybe from me. They do look cool though, not gonna lie. Alright. God, as you can see, the figure is fluid, intuitively articulated, and okay. I was going to complain about the lack of an articulated tongue. I was wondering if this design didn't have tongues. However, now I see that the tongue is stuck to the roof of the mouth. So let me grab a part separator so that we can get that hinge joint working. There it is. There it is. Fully articulated tongue. Or not fully articulated, it's a hinge joint, but that is enough. God damn. I am super happy with this guy. If I had to complain about anything so far, it would be the lack of accessories. God damn it, Hiya Toys. I understand that they're saving the accessories for future re-releases of this guy, but I wish they would have included it in the first release. Other than that, though, no complaints so far. Oh, and of course, articulated tongues means that you can, and I don't care if the sound isn't accurate to this version of Ghidorah. There you go. Jesus. Look how fluid, look how natural and curvy you can get the necks. Incredible. And it feels nice too. Doesn't feel, the necks don't feel floppy at all. You can see I'm shaking it pretty violently and they're not flopping all over the place. Beautiful engineering, whatever they've done. God. All right. What I'm a little concerned about so far, though, is the Booba, the Tita, right here. Big old
Godzilla
naturals.
154 tipped $5. The necks
Thank you
are
very
an
much.
internal joint skeleton. The neck segments are actually just slabs, so you can really push them to maximize range. The rings have two hinges, one at the base and another where the rubber connects. It might take some force to get free.
Thank you very much, Godzilla 154, for your continued donations and your continued technical support. That is very helpful, actually. But what I was going to say, so far I'm a little concerned about the integrity of the chest joint here, because it does feel perhaps a little loose for comfort. And this is a case of, again, I think I said this in my Destroya review from a while back. Companies shouldn't be afraid to include ratchet joints in their kaiju figures. I would love that. I don't know how you guys would feel, but ratchet joints in kaiju figures I think would be a great addition, especially on a load-bearing area such as this, because not only do you have the weight of the wings, you got the necks, and yeah, I think this could have either used a tighter ball joint or a ratchet joint, ratcheted swivel hinge joint combination, maybe even a die-cast metal construction. I don't know, I'm just saying, as a primarily mecha collector, I think you can apply some of that toy engineering into kaiju figures. That's just me. But anyway, ignoring the potential flimsiness of the titty joint, as you can see, you do get a pretty decent amount of articulation here. Swivel. Crunch. Arcing back. And again, because of the weight that the tits are carrying, it doesn't quite, or it actually, yeah, it kind of sags. It kind of sags, which is not great. Not my favorite. And now that I'm looking at it with my own eyes here, I can see that it is simply a double ball joint, a dumbbell joint, if you will. And yeah, it should have been tighter. Should have been tighter. There you go. But because it is just a double ball joint here, I'm assuming you get some side to side. But again, because of the weight of the wings here, those joints become kind of useless because they do sag. So you do get some side to side, but yeah, not my favorite. Not my favorite. However, the wings, not just the bendy wires here, but the base of the wings. Let's try getting that those hinge joints working, and I already see it. Little bit concerned about gold plastic, but that might just be my Transformers fan within me talking. So hopefully this figure doesn't have anything like that. Okay, I see it now. Hinge joint. And I might have to bring out the hairdryer to roast these joints a little bit to get these working. Ooh! Pinched my finger. Never mind. Ooh, look at that. That is the tightness that I want here. And it almost feels like a ratchet joint. It isn't, but they do have some plastic notches that kind of keep the wings in place, as you can see. This one ain't sagging. Yeah, wish they would have included something like that in the titty joint. And now the other... I'm kind of wondering what the point of this hinge joint is. Doesn't really... Does it extend? Nah, I don't want to try that. Yeah, at least the base of the wings I got to work. But yeah, I definitely see that there is a hinge joint right here, but I'm wondering what it would really be for. Yeah, could figure it out later. And really, the bendy wires are doing the majority of the work here when it comes to the articulation, which, again, I gotta emphasize, beautiful. Just an absolutely beautiful idea. They should have done this sooner. I'm assuming the Bandai one didn't have anything like this, right? It was just a solid brick of a wing, but this thing, oh my goodness. Fantastic stuff. And they even got like the texture of the wings proper. It looks like that paper mache material they used for the film. Just excellent all around. Let's get that base of the wing on the other side working. Okay, now I'm gonna have to roast that a little bit. And while I do, I can take a look at the chat. How are we doing so far? That is one proper flappy wing. You're right, Tanuki Raccoon. I see. Tanuki Raccoon's also saying in the chat, the wing hinge is likely just the attach point for the rubber to the plastic. I would believe it. I would believe it. Yeah, because you don't really need a point of articulation right here. There seems to be one, but you don't really need it. It really is just the base of the wings here and the bendy wire. That's really all you need for the wings. Is just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Godzilla
Super satisfied with the wings.
Tipped $5.
Thank you very much again.
The wings more forward to recreate his wing shields, which is a first for a Ghidorah figure. Also, yes, Shma was a solid part with a janky ass hinge at the base.
I see.
Which was iconic for self-destructing. Look up broken Shma Ghidorah.
I'll look that up later. Again, thank you very much, and I see what you mean. So, it would bend forward. Whew, even then, Jesus, look at that. Look at the range of articulation you can get with the wings. My God. Oh my goodness. I mean, I complain about Hiya Toys re-releasing this figure. Like I mentioned earlier, they're gonna do a Mecha King Ghidorah version of this, and they're gonna do a battle damage version with beam effect parts. I don't like that, but I'm getting all of them because this is such a beautiful mold, and I'm gonna get every version. I'm not saying that you should, get it at your own risk because of the price tag, but if you want all of the versions, you might follow in my footsteps. I'm just saying. I don't take any responsibility for your financial decisions. Maybe I should, but I won't. Oh,
frick.
Thank you.
$10. Jobby. I am about to buy a mainline Grimlock. I will start making parts to make it your logo. It will take months. But
Oh,
I
yeah.
will gladly give it to you to keep and or to review/play stream if you want.
That would be awesome. Thank you so much. But in terms of how to get it to me, we'll have to figure that out because I don't have a P.O. box anymore. I closed that thing a long time ago, maybe 6-7 years ago now. Maybe we could meet up at a con, right? We'll figure it out. But I'm looking forward to seeing what you do with your Jobby the Hong Grimlock. Can't wait. Good luck. What else is there to see? Oh, let's check out the tails. Why don't we? Beautiful long tails here. And it seems to be effortlessly articulated here. Look at that. And it holds its position as well. Feels very fluid in a good way. And you could get it to be pretty natural looking. All right. Well, that confirms it. This might be my new favorite Hiya Toys figure. To think it started with this. Up until this point, chap, I was impressed by the Hiya Toys Godzilla line, alright? But mostly because of the price tag. The price tag was so affordable compared to something you would get from Bandai, right? However, the figures themselves, they had a bit of jank to them, if I gotta be honest with you. And I was so gung-ho about Hiya Toys back in the day because of the price tag. It was such great value, right? And hold that thought. Thank you very much. What the hell?
It's the 2.0 Monsterverse Ghidorah that has them, which makes me interested to see when/if we will get specific beams for the Heisei one. Maybe an effect part pack with the time travel ship?
Well, shit, thank you for the correction, and I hope that the Mecha Ghidorah has the beam effect parts and perhaps effect parts with the time travel ship. Oh, wait. You're saying that they might make a separate figure with the time travel ship? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. That's a little unfortunate that the battle damage version won't include the beam effect parts, though. Little annoying. But anyway, what I was saying about Hiya. The primary reason why I was so adamant about Hiya Toys over SH Monster Arts before was because of the price tag. However, with the introduction of the Hiya Toys Shimo, not only is the price tag better, but the actual quality, the articulation, the painting and sculpting. Now I can truly say that these are better figures than SH Monster Arts, because I really couldn't say that before with the previous Hiya Toys Godzilla releases. They were good, but they were still missing something to put them over the top over SH Monster Arts. But now, god damn, I hope it continues. Hopefully Godzilla Evolved will continue to blow my socks off. Actually, I'm not wearing socks, and I will not be showing feet, you mother. So, I'm just really excited for the future of Hiya Toys Godzilla, especially the Toho stuff. I didn't even bring that up earlier in the stream. This is the first Toho figure by Hiya Toys. I wish it was the Heisei Godzilla, and I think someone in the chat recommended that I get it. I did. You don't have to worry about that. I ordered a Hiya Toys 1991 Godzilla, and I'm super excited to get it. And I'm sure that it'll look great next to this figure, and I hope it's as high quality as this. So long story short, I would recommend these Hiya Toys Godzilla figures over SH Monster Arts, even if they were more expensive. But the fact that they're less expensive, come on, dude. That's more than great value. So I'm super happy with this thing. No complaints so far. Look at the articulation. Thank you.
Big old titties.
That ain't the camera angle. That ain't the camera angle. It's lore accurate. Movie accurate. He has big old titties, okay? That's just part of the design. It's always been a part of the design until the Monsterverse. He has big titties. That's just the way it is. They don't call him King Ghidorah for nothing. The King of Breasts. That's that's the new movie coming out. I'm very excited for it. But yeah, again, I do have that problem with the mid titty joint here. Not the best, but not the worst. And I didn't really explore the legs yet, so let's take a look at that.
Tipped $5.
Thank you.
Hiya's genuine dedication to improving their figures is what keeps me coming back. Have you seen the new Kong? It's hard to believe it's the same company. All of the Toho figures are genuinely articulated like schmuck. In some cases better.
Incredible. I'm telling you, man. This is the real SH Monster Arts killer right here. Which I know a lot of people have an emotional attachment to SH Monster Arts, and I do too, don't get me wrong. I started my toy review channel with it. Thank you very much.
Just noticed the stream. Also just looked, but Hiya's Mega King Ghidorah comes with nothing, it's just a figure. Also looks like it doesn't even come the Godzilla grabber arms sad noises.
That's a bit lame. Hiya Toys. Come on, what are you doing?
22 super chatted.
Thank you very much.
I know this is more for Prime, but Prime quote, boobies.
Exactly. A booby trap that actually catches boobies. And as you can see, the leg articulation is pretty damn good. Yeah, it has SH Monster Arts level of articulation while maintaining an affordable price, but also having a higher fidelity of detail. Trying to get a better look at the paint here. If I were to compare the paint job on this figure with something like Shimo here, the paint job here does seem a little more one note, which it's not the worst, but I could have used a little bit of shading. I'm sure that'll be fixed with the battle damage version. From the pictures I've seen, it has a lot of gradients along the figure. But I don't know, man. Maybe this is just me coping or justifying my purchase, but it doesn't really need a lot of gradient work on the paint job. I think it looks, the colors, the scales, the texture here kind of makes up for that, and the shininess does a great job at emphasizing each individual scale. So I don't know. I think it looks great. It looks movie accurate to me as well. And on the topic of gradient, it's all in the head. It's why the heads of this figure look so impressive, because they put all of their painting resources in here. You can see that each line is filled in with some sort of paint wash, and it looks super clean. Even the eyeballs here, which I usually have a problem with these kaiju figures, are painted super cleanly, filled with life. The mouth has a bunch of detail in there. I'm kind of stretching, you know, I'm stretching for major complaints here. Again, the only thing is this titty joint, and that's not even the worst. It's just, you know, it's a little concerning, but it's not the worst. So, the leg here, knee joint, and, would you look at that? Say it with me, chat. Say it if you know it. Would you look at that, huh? Come on. Come on. What do you guys think of the figure so far? Are you as impressed by it as I am, or do you think I'm just coping? Let me know in the chat right now. Incredible. Exactly, Dog Jacob, a calf swivel. And thank you very much for that donation.
Life stuff got in the way, unfortunately. But I wanted to point out a cool idea. Hiya Toys Kaiser Ghidorah from Final Wars. Flushed face emoji.
Bruh, I would love for that to happen. They're already doing Monster X. Come on. There's a non-zero chance that they'll do a Kaiser Ghidorah, because not even Bandai has touched that design for some reason. I hope they do it. I hope they do it. Yeah, man. What else can I say? This thing is great. Let's check that spread. God damn, he's thick, boy. Look, oh my god, he looks like one of those... He looks like one of those ancient prehistoric fertility statues, you know what I'm saying?
Each release on a case-by-case basis.
Thank you very much.
Hiya's MKG coming with nothing is a reason for me to hang on to my SHMA copy. But when Hiya announced a Monster X, I immediately knew I was replacing my old SHMA version because that figure is trash. Lol.
I wouldn't go that far, but I did have a few issues with it. Some of them that I probably didn't even mention in my review for that figure. But yes, I'm on mostly on the same wavelength as you. Super excited for the Hiya Toys Monster X. But also, yeah, prehistoric fertility statue. Come on. Dude. I might want to give this these chicken thighs a little bit of a roast. Oh my god, he has sculpted cheeks, dude. Jesus, thick. Yeah, let me roast the legs a little bit just so I can get a little more range out of them. King Ghidorah, exactly. Oh dear, dear, dear. Just amazing stuff. This is very SH Monster Arts. Thank you very much.
Evolved was supposed to come out before Shimo, but it had gotten delayed. They retooled a lot of it, so it's an improvement over the 2019 Godzilla mold. But you can feel a little bit of that older figure jink in some areas, specifically the neck. Just an FYI.
Alright, thank you very much for that, setting expectations, and we will find out for ourselves very shortly. Because as impressed with this figure as I am, there's not much more that I want to say about it. Or the things that I want to say about this figure, I'll say for the full review, which I will be doing. I'm telling you, this Age of Extinction movie review, it's been taking up so much time, and I'm glad to be done with it now. I hope to release it soon, again, waiting for sponsorship approval. But the fact that I'm finished with the Age of Extinction movie review means that I can start getting into toy reviews again. So maybe we can talk about it later in the stream. My next toy review, I'm debating whether it's going to be a Transformers video or a Godzilla video. I'm kind of leaning towards Godzilla because I miss the fuck out of these figures, but it's not what the members want to see. I put a member poll earlier in the month, and most people voted for the Kang Toys Dinobot, and it kind of, I don't know, it kind of made me lose faith in democracy. Anyway, let's get him into one last dynamic pose, just to see how far we can stretch the articulation. Pretty good for such a thick boy. Ooh, how's the tail articulated? The base of the tail. Oh, that seems to be just the ball joint, so yeah. Just use that as a third leg.
Swivel here.
Yeah, thank you. Stay tuned. Everybody donating under $5, you'll be read out loud by myself very shortly. God damn. Yeah, I really like this thing. I'm wondering what the review of this figure is going to look like. Should I bring back the Area 51 guards?
I think the fact the Hiya Monster X has a toe hinge but not the schma is a perfect way to show the difference between how these companies are handling these lines.
Yeah.
I legit threw my Monster X at full force at my wall WHW and the Hiya was revealed at SDCC.
Jesus. Relatable. I would do the same. Thank you.
$5. BBTS really is slow with high stuff. Like, some people are getting Kong by now and I still don't even have Shimo. But hey, on the plus side, it gave me plenty of time to just cancel my Evolved pre-order so I can just get the 2.0 Heat Ray version instead.
That's fair. That is completely fair. Probably what I should do, but I'm getting both. I mean, I have the basic version of the Godzilla Evolved, which we will be taking a look at soon, and I'm also getting the Heat Ray version. Whatever. I'm not a fan of the fact that they keep re-releasing these things and giving us such short notice that they're doing different re-releases, but whatever. I review it so you don't have to. I buy it so you don't have to. And I appreciate all the donations because that is going to allow me to make these stupid purchases. God. Oh, yes. Look at that. Look at how expressive you can make this figure. And how naturally it gets into these poses. Nothing feels like it's gonna break. Everything stays put. You don't get any parts that fall off for no reason. And the bendy wires at the wings is just so... it just gets better the more I mess with it. Super expressive.
Godzilla
You can make it look as curvy as you want. Thank you very much.
It's better than lame ass, half-assed repaint with zero changes like some other companies. Cough not 2024 Godzilla and Kong cough.
That is completely fair. Oh, and also to address your previous donation, I'm super excited for their Kong. That's all I gotta say about that. I basically pre-ordered every Hiya Toys Godzilla figure, all the different versions. I'm gonna skip a lot of the original MonsterVerse Titans. I don't really care for those, but I'm sure they're gonna be good figures as well. But when it comes to Godzilla, Kong, and shit, even Scar King, that's the only original MonsterVerse Titan that I'm gonna get. Oh, and Shimo, of course. But yeah, they all look great. They all look great, and just these two figures right here, they represent a whole new era of Hiya Toys, just super high quality at an affordable price. I hope they can keep the pace up, and all the announcements that they made at Comic-Con as well. My goodness gracious, the future for Godzilla figures looks bright. And I am definitely going to review them on my channel, regardless if the members want me to or not. I'm telling you. It pissed me off. It pissed me off that Shimo fucking lost by a landslide and people want more Kang toys, which is fine. I get it. People want more Kang toys. People don't want me to lag behind a combiner team. I get it. And I'm gonna do it. But you gotta let me have my treats, okay? You gotta let me have my Godzilla flavored treats sometimes. So that's the question that I'm gonna ask myself going into the next video. Godzilla related? Or the Kang Toys Dinobot. And maybe I'll put it up to a poll later tonight. Just remind me. Remind me when we get into our live Q&A portion. Okay. Let me bring in the size comparison trio. Just to give you guys a better idea of how big this guy is. Not to scale, right? I'm very much looking forward to the Heisei Godzilla. They're gonna look so good together, but for now,
$5. They
thank
added
you very
glass
much.
size to the final release of Kong. It's an amazing effect and level of detail no one was expecting.
Beautiful.
Beast Claw
Absolutely
Kong should
beautiful.
be releasing soon along with Heatray 91 Goji. G&K was at Taipei Expo and also looked done. We are gonna be feasting.
Look at that. I really hope that they, again, I hope that they keep going what they're doing such great work. Hiya Toys, let's get a Shin Godzilla. Let's get a -1 Godzilla. Come on. I know they're going from the Heisei era. They've announced a lot of Millennium era stuff as well, but we gotta do some Reiwa area stuff. Hiya Toys, come on. Hiya Toys Shin Godzilla, Hiya Toys -1 Godzilla. If they make that, I can die happy. All right. And there you go. I'm gonna refrain from giving this guy a score quite yet. Again, I'll have to play with it off camera and write my review proper, and perhaps I'll find some issues that I have with it over time, but I doubt it. My first impressions here are so positive. Hiya Toys, they keep on cooking, and after a long while of them cooking, they're finally serving, and it's delicious. What beautiful food that they're giving us here. So, God bless you, Hiya Toys. Link in the description. Once again, if you want one for yourself, it's a great price, $125 compared to Bandai's $300 for their products. So I'm just saying, beautiful thing, beautiful thing. All right, I think that's gonna wrap it up for King Ghidorah here. Before we move on to the Godzilla Evolved figure, which I'm not as excited for, but I am curious as to how they improve upon the SH Monster Arts figure. And I'll bring out the SH Monster Arts figure for a direct comparison. I actually do have that one for this. Before we get into that, though, let's read some of your donations. Thank you for continuing to support the channel. Thank you for waiting. Let me take a swig of water, and I'm going to find my spot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Goddamn. Oh, and needless to say, this figure way better than even Hiya Toys King of the Monsters King Ghidorah. This is the superior figure, just in terms of the feel of it and the articulation and the look of it. Even I'm looking forward to their 2.0 of the Hiya Toys King Ghidorah King of the Monsters version. My God, and I thought that figure was great, but it can get better. Crazy. Okay, so just to remind you guys, the donations that I'm about to read right now are under $5, so the $5 and above donations I can safely skip. Thank you very much once again to all of you. You guys help me out more than you know. All right, where did we leave off here? Here we go. Starting off with a member chat here, Gort. Thank you very much for becoming a Legends class member, renewing your membership for 1 month. I appreciate you. Let's not break that streak now. We got It's a Zeus with $1 through the stream elements. I guess Hiya is making 2025 their breakout year with their recent appearance at San Diego Comic-Con. I'm telling you, man. A lot of good stuff on the horizon. Just the future of articulated kaiju collecting is looking so bright. Imagine if they do Pacific Rim figures. All right, I'm getting ahead of myself, but I think I made mess in my pants. All right, let's continue here. We got a lot of $5 donations. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you. Oh, my bad. We have Ball Up Chris with $4.99. If I sent a Flame Toys Kuro Karakuri Optimus Prime, would you review it? Yes, but unfortunately I'm not accepting fan mail because my P.O. box has been closed for 7 years. Thank you for the generosity, though. Ooh, on the topic of Flame Toys, anyone saw that Dragon Zord that they're doing? Definitely getting that. I don't care if it costs $600. it's gonna go alongside my Flame Toys Megazord, which is in my case right now. Anyway, we have a lot of
Swivel here.
$5 and above donations. Really appreciate that. Oh, and by the way, because I'm taking a look at donations, it is a good time to donate under $5 right now, because you probably won't have to wait too long for me to read it out loud, since my eyes are on the monitor already. Just saying. Definitely not e-begging. Alex V with $1 through the stream elements. Glad to see more Godzilla stuff. Question for you, Uncle Jobby. How did the swivel here gag become your signature thing? Now, if I remember correctly, the swivel here gag started in my Figma Ryuko Matoi review from a long time ago. Kill la Kill. Shout out if anybody remembers that video. But that is the origin of the swivel gag. And I believe I made it a running joke because everyone started repeating it in the comments. It was basically an expression of what the comments were doing. What I'm trying to say is I stole the joke from the comments. No, I didn't steal the joke from the comments, but I made it a thing because the comments made it a thing. So we kind of fed into each other in that way. The more I started saying it in my videos, the more the comments would say it, and so on and so on and so on. And then there was a brief period of time where I got tired of it, and then eventually Swivelman got resurrected, and now we're here again. So that's the history of the swivel gag. And hopefully I remembered that correctly, because, you know, I'm 85 years old. Give a guy a break. All right. We got Alex V with another $1 through the stream elements with another question here. Did you see that SH Monster Arts is making another Shin Godzilla, but it's in the movie graphics line and it's in the Awakening color, but unfortunately no accessories? Just wondering if you're gonna get it and review it. No. That's a hard no from me, especially after everything I said about Hiya Toys during the stream. Just, I'm done. I'm done. Especially with this weird movie version releases that they're doing with their previous SH Monster Arts sculpts. They're repaints. They're freaking repaints, and they cost $200 a piece. Forget about it. Forget about it. I'm not gonna do it. So thank you for your question. Thank you for your donation. But I'm done. Fucking done. Crisper103 with $1 through the stream element says, I don't remember if you've seen pics from the fail box, but have you seen the toys from Transformers Wild King yet? If so, what are your thoughts on it? Transformers Wild King. Now, what could that be? Oh, I did see these. The weird type of dinosaur mini-con thing mixed with Transformers. It looks cool. I'm probably not gonna get it, but it looks fun. It's just not exactly what I'm into, but a fun idea. I do like the old school Beast Wars references that are in some of these figures. I mean, I can show you real quick just so you guys get more context. Sorry to bring the conversation back to Transformers, but it will inevitably happen because that is my thing, don't you know? There we go. This is the button. What the fuck? My bad. Let me fix that real quick. What the hell? Okay, it should work now, maybe? Sorry, technical issues. Feel like an old man messing with my own OBS system here. Alright, here we go. Yeah, Transformers Wild King. Yeah, they look like fun toys, but I'm not gonna get them. So, and this is what I was saying. I appreciate the old school Beast Wars references. This is a direct remake of a Beast Wars toy that came out a long time ago in the 90s, you know, when the Beast Wars toys were out. And let's get a look at the weird-ass combiner, but there you go. You got some dinosaurs here and there. There we go. We got Megatron here with a T-Rex. Yeah, just really fun-looking figures, and they look pretty high quality as well, but I'm focused on other stuff, if that makes sense. I'm just focused on other stuff. It doesn't look bad at all. It looks like a fun time. But there you go. Transformers Wild King, everybody. If you're interested in it, look it up for yourself. Transformers Wild King, but don't hold your breath for a review on my channel. Okay. Let's get back to Godzilla. There we go. And I believe that was all of the donations so far. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna drink some more water before we get into Godzilla Evolved. How are we doing so far, chat? Oh, there you go. If you want a review of them, Vladislav the First has a good recommendation. That Toy Guy. He's a good dude. So that Toy Guy has reviews on the Transformers Wild King stuff. Go take a look at his channel. There you go.
Anonymous tipped $5.
Thank you very much.
Question for my jobby boy. Are you going to be picking up the Transformers X Godzilla collab figures as well as their respective upgrade kits?
So, funny story about that, Anonymous. For a very long time, ever since that collab got announced, I would say on these streams, no review, I refuse. Bit of a James Rolfe reference when he was talking about the 2016 Ghostbusters movie. No review, I refuse, because the collab was so poorly executed, just incredibly lazy, just not interesting at all, and offensive, really, for a Godzilla fan like me. For a Godzilla and Transformers fan like me, the collab should have been way better. They fucked up. They fucked up with it. However, with the announcement of the upgrade kit, which came probably a whole year after the Godzilla Transformers collab was announced, I bought it. And I revealed it in last week's Failed Box stream. So big shout out to anybody who was there on my main channel. I opened up the Godzilla Transformers figure on that stream. So yes, there will be a review. But I am going to wait for the upgrade set, because the upgrade set for the Godzilla Transformers collab makes it the figure that it should have been in the first place. God damn it, Takara. Sorry, Hasbro. Or is it... You know what? This is both of you. God damn it, both of you. Hasbro, Takara. Alright. Godzilla here. Thank you very much. And if you like the content, feel free to subscribe as well. Appreciate it. Okay. Let's stop the turntable here and get these guys out the way. And we are now going to bring out Godzilla Evolved. I don't have as high hopes as I did with King Ghidorah, but maybe that'll make the figure even better in my eyes. And also, just to reiterate here, for anybody donating under $5, you're going to have to wait a little bit before I read your donations out loud. However, $5 and above, I can respond immediately because of my TTS. Just letting you know. So let's get King Ghidorah off to the side. You know, put him on the casting couch. And actually, before I open up Godzilla Evolved, let me go reach for the SH Monster Arts figure real quick. Okay. There he is.
177
because I do want this for a direct comparison, so I can make sure that the Bandai roast is as accurate as possible. So that's the SH Monster Arts figure. Haven't reviewed it yet. My apologies. I will eventually. But when I do review it, you bet your ass I'm going to compare it with the Hiya Toys version. Let's crack this thing open, huh? Okay. Hiya Toys, let's see if you cooked again. Alright. Only accessories you get are a pair of alternate hands, but that's fine. How much does this figure cost? Let me check the link in the description. It is... Ooh. On Gundamit.com, it is $75. It feels like it went up in price. Maybe it's the Orange Man tax. $75 for this. So still under $100, which is very impressive when you compare it to Bandai. And there we are. And let's pop out the hands here. And I think I might have made this point in a previous stream, but I'll say it again. I love the fact that the alternate hands here actually look significantly different. Because for some reason when SH Monster Arts figures have alternate hands, they look very similar to the default hands. It's the difference between this pose and maybe this pose. That's how Bandai's accessories would go. But this, it's a fist. It's a freaking fist. Compared to the actual open hand, there's a significant difference between the hands, so I appreciate that. It's the little things that matter, you know? Alright. Let's zoom right back out here. Grab this other fist. And let's put this box away. Okay.
JX still tipped $5.
Thank you very much.
I mentioned this before, but I think Hiya Evolved Godzilla is shorter than regular MonsterVerse Godzilla. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I seen the evidence.
We can find that out. Thank you very much. Stay tuned. I'll read your member chat in a bit. But yes, we can find out tonight because I do have the 2014 MonsterVerse figure here. Well, actually, what exactly did you say? Regular MonsterVerse Godzilla. Okay, I mean, I do have it right here as well. Hiya Toys. So... Alright. First impressions. Let's take a good look at this guy. Really great sculpting, for sure. The paint on the main body is very impressive. I really like how that looks. However, and I know we were glazing the fuck out of Hiya Toys early in the stream, but I gotta point out here, the spines, not super impressive. Not super impressive. I wish that they would have gone with a metallic paint here to make them look a little more glowy. They look a little too flat and dull. And honestly, they kind of look very similar to the SH Monster Arts figure, which is this weird puke pink color. I don't know why they keep doing that. It seems to be... did it look like this in the movie? Am I remembering it incorrectly? What were his spines puke pink? I don't remember. I could have sworn that they were a lot more saturated in the film. But yeah, the main body, at least, all that detail here, that paint, that sculpt, that looks really good. But yeah, the pink spines, it's not really doing it for me. Look, compare it to what they did with Shimo. Look at the beautiful spines of Shimo. That metallic paint that shines really lovely in the light here. Got a little bit of pink tinge. Godzilla could have used some of that love that Shimo got. See what I'm saying? Yeah, just a little bit dull. Yeah, a little disappointing there. But that's not all the figure has to offer. How about that face? Let's take a look at that face. There you go. Yeah, the head sculpt does look really good. Really movie accurate here. The eyes... Ooh. Okay, yeah. Kind of hard to get on camera because they're so tiny, but the eyes are actually really clean. And full of life, weirdly enough. They're super tiny, but they're really cleanly painted. Not sloppy at all. Let's open up his mouth here. Check that detail. Oh, that was a bit tight. Not bad. Not bad. The teeth is definitely one of the better pair of chompers that I've seen from Hiya Toys. Little bit mushy, but not bad. Not bad at all.
Godzilla 154
Thank you.
tipped $5 has charged up for like 90% of the film. But if you look at him when has not charged, yeah, his colors are a little ugly color-wise. I think the hide could have better blending between the skin and spines though.
Alright, that's fair. Fair enough. So, apparently these colors are accurate to the film, but I gotta agree with you, yeah. Look at that hard contrast between the skin and the spines. Could have used a lot more blending here to make it look more natural. And again, I haven't seen the movie in a while, but I guess like a semi-transparent plastic would have made these spines look a little more lively. We'll take a look at the SH Monster Arts figure right now, but if I remember right, I think I like how the spines look on the SH Monster Arts figure more. So that's a bit of a shame to say. But like I said, the body, the paint on the body, the paint and the sculpting on the rest of the figure, minus the spine, actually looks really, really good. Okay. Oh! Got a little bit of that that old school Hiya Toys jank, like Godzilla 154 mentioned. Got that little bit of gappiness, but I think you could cover that up pretty easily. Yeah. Oh! That popped off pretty easily. Oh, there we go. Okay. Really like how the mid ball joint here feels very good crunch. Oh, if I wanted to properly swivel that, I'd probably have to heat that up a little bit. And what the hell? Do my eyes deceive me? Or does this particular spine have its own joint? Oh! Ooh, I like that. I like that quite a bit. So there's a ball joint on this one particular spine. Not movie accurate. However, it does allow you, when you crunch the figure like this, to move the spine to give him a more natural silhouette. So I think that's a pretty fun piece of figure engineering there. That also allows a lot more articulation with the upper body. So, yeah, big props to Hiya Toys on that one. Yeah, I'm sure that I hope, not that I'm sure, but I hope that the heat ray version of this figure improves upon the spines, because so far that's my major complaint. My major complaint about this figure so far. Yeah, the spines just look dull. Maybe it's movie accurate, I don't know, but it feels like it's missing something. All right, let's do a little more articulation tests. So, feels good. Feels good so far. The head. Can I get more articulation than this from the head? Because so far it looks like it might be a bit limited. I think that's as high up as he can look. If I bend it up even more, it pops off. Let's remove the skin. Okay. So this is this is the extent of the head articulation here. This is the skeleton. So, okay, theoretically, theoretically, he can look up really far, but still not down all that much, because that is where the skeleton limits it. So that's a bit of a shame too. Wish he could have looked down a little bit more. Yeah, so in practice with the skin, not too much up and down. Side to side though, pretty good, but whenever he looks to the side, you get a bit of gappiness, so you can just twist the skin to cover up that gap. Not that big of a problem. Yeah, leaves a little more to be desired. They should go back to the drawing board with this particular neck design. I mean, you got King Ghidorah with the most articulated neck in the world. I understand that he's got a long-ass neck, but you can apply those principles to a standard size neck. Even Shimo's neck is way more articulated than that. Look at that. And it feels way better. Still, Jesus, compared to, with these figures side by side, Shimo is still mogging, which is a goddamn shame. You would think Godzilla would be the better figure. But yeah, head articulation leaves a little bit to be desired. Arm articulation here. Pretty standard stuff. Can move out. Not the farthest. Ooh, elbow's pretty good. Feels good too. Yeah, really like the sculpting here. But articulation-wise, again, I wish that the shoulders were a little more... I don't know, a little more... unlimited. No, hold on. I think I just had to break it in. Not actually break it in, but just loosen up the shoulder joints a little bit. And it feels like you can get even more shoulder articulation. Okay, you know what? I take my complaint about the shoulders back. They're fine. Now we got a ball joint at the wrist. Hand is easy to pop off. That's a good thing, so that you can replace the fists. You can replace them with the fists pretty easily. Oh, actually, I'll have to heat this up. I'll do that later. Alright. Now we've already talked at length about the midsection of the figure, which so far seems to be the best part of articulation on this guy, and the posable spine, which I do really, really like. This is such a great idea. Okay. Now the legs. How's that spread, boy? So they can move together like that, and how's that spread? Not bad. Not bad at all. Not perfectly horizontal, but not bad at all. Pretty good spread. And rotation at the hips here. And all of this is on a ball joint or a dumbbell ball joint. So pretty dang good. And the double bend at the knee.
Godzilla 154 tipped $5.
Thank you very much.
Godzilla has like 3 different joints in the neck. I
that's
think
what I
it's
want to
leftover
hear.
from an older design for this mold. If you compare to the promos, they redid all of the articulation cuts. Really, the spine paint and the neck joint that hold it back.
Yeah, so far, that's what I'm feeling exactly, Godzilla 154. And thank you for the great update for the 91 Godzilla. So they did improve their neck joint system for their Godzilla figures. That's great news. That bodes well for their future Toho Godzilla stuff. Super excited for that. It's just a shame that they're MonsterVerse Godzillas. They seem to be limited in very similar ways. However, articulation-wise,
$5. Just
hold
got
that thought.
CSO3 Star Queen,
Thank you.
and I gotta say the figure is absolutely gorgeous. Feels perfect to display,
alright.
pose, and transform. My 2 complaints are that the beautiful spread takes a lot of effort to get to when you're posing her, and no waist swivel.
No waist swivel? That's lame. I might play with that figure on Friday, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, that's the girl Starscream, by the way, if you guys don't know. The Gooner Starscream. Gooner Queen. Okay. Thank you for that donation. Let's continue with the articulation exploration here. The bend at the knee is very good. Oh, what I was saying about this figure is that so far, this is the most articulated MonsterVerse Godzilla figure from Hiya Toys. Except for the head. I wish they would have done something different with the head. That's a bummer. Because everything else so far seems really good. Love that knee bend. How about that calf here? Very limited calf swivel. Very limited calf swivel. It's there, but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna harass my cats over it. If anything, Ghidorah has more of a calf swivel than Godzilla. Yeah, beautiful knee bend though. Feels good too. There's like a slight click to it, which is nice. Not quite a ratchet joint, but feels solid. And when you bend the knee here, it looks very natural. All right. And the ankle. Ooh, very tight. And that seems to be all the pivot that I can get. Maybe if I heat it up, we can get some more out of it. Okay. Alright, definitely feels more fluid. Okay, no, that seems to be the limit of the pivot. Kind of rhymes. But you can work the rest of the leg to get a wider stance, maybe? Yeah, that's about as wide as you can get it. And we have the tail. Very creaky. I don't know if you could hear that. A lot of segments here. Let me give this a nice roast too. It can afford to feel a little more fluid. There we go. Okay. Not bad at all. Definitely not bad at all. They're all ball joints, and every ball joint can swivel, so you can get that curve to work how you want it. And yeah, man. Okay. So this figure is not bad at all. There's a lot of things to love about this. Like I said, the majority of the figure here, and let me reposition my camera, give you a better view. The majority of the figure does look really, really good, really clean. The spines are still a problem, in my opinion, especially that hard cut between skin and spine. That could have been improved upon. A little bit sloppy there. The face sculpt looks really good. The sculpting itself overall looks very, very good. And articulation-wise, it's fine. For this design, though, you kind of want it to be a little more action-oriented, right? Especially when it comes to the movie. I guess we can replicate the running pose. That's not bad. Okay. You know what? He can pull off the poses he needs to, but I guess for my personal taste, you know how much I love my swivels, I wish he had a little bit more. But for the purposes of recreating scenes from the movie, and I think this is the most dynamic pose you see in the movie, he can do it. So, not bad. Yeah, I think my only real issues with this figure are the head articulation and how the spines look. Other than that, nothing much I can really complain about. It all comes down to personal taste at that point. Just, yeah, I wish this was as articulated as, dare I say, the SH Monster Arts Final Wars Godzilla. So now, let's open up the SH Monster Arts figure to get a direct comparison. This figure, admittedly, is not as much of a slam dunk as King Ghidorah was. And let me bring him back here, because I love this thing. So yeah, Godzilla Evolved, not really blowing my nuts off like King Ghidorah did here, but it ain't bad. It kind of, is kind of a holdover from the Hiya Toys reboot. So, as Godzilla 154 was saying in the donations here, this figure was supposed to come out before Shimo. But things didn't turn out that way, so Shimo came out first, and Shimo is just so beautiful. This is still the best MonsterVerse Hiya Toys figure ever. Just looks great. The articulation is heavenly, even including individually articulated fingers. Insanity. So it kind of worked against this figure in a way, because you get this beautiful girl first, and she's just so good, so beautiful. And then this figure comes out, and you're expecting this to be as good, if not better, than Shimo. And it turns out, this is more along the lines of their earlier releases, like the GVK Godzilla, and who was the one that was asking about the size difference here? We can confirm that Godzilla Evolved is indeed smaller than the standard GVK figure, which is a little weird, huh? Not to scale, I don't think. I'm sure that this guy was supposed to be bigger. I could be wrong, though. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad, but a little underwhelming compared to these two. These two figures represent the hard reboot of Hiya Toys. This is the quality that I can expect going forward. So I will go back to my my old Hiya Toys pitch. At least it's cheaper than SH Monster Arts. So, on that topic, let's open up the SH Monster Arts figure, and just for your reference, let me look up how much this figure was. SH Monster Arts Godzilla Evolved. This one is... Ooh, my goodness gracious. This figure is $130. This guy here. So let's open that up. $75, $130. So this could very well be the better figure, but it is significantly more expensive. Okay. Christopher103 says, what about the 2014 Godzilla? Well, I can bring that out right now, too. There he is. Hiya Toys 2014 Godzilla. Still smaller than Godzilla Evolved. They're about the same quality-wise. Thank you. They both have excellent sculpts, but they are also both a little bit underwhelming. Okay. Serigan, yes, the SH Monster Arts figure is $130, and that's being generous. That is the retail price, the Japanese retail price. When you factor in import cost and Orange Man tax, it would be significantly more expensive if you're in America. Okay. Yeah. So, some of my impressions here, when compared to the Hiya Toys figure, were proven correct. I still do like how the spines on the SH Monster Arts figure, I like how they look more than the Hiya Toys version. However, the sculpting is weird when you compare it to the Hiya Toys. So let's get these guys out of the way. Bring the focus back to Godzilla Evolved here, and let's get a side-by-side comparison. Yeah. There they are. So, remember, $75, $130.
Here.
Thank you very much. So, like I said earlier, I like how the sculpting and the painting on the body looks here than the SH Monster Arts figure. A little too green for my taste with this guy. A little too skinny, weirdly enough. And the proportions look a little bit off when you compare it to this guy, right? This definitely looks more movie accurate from my memory. But yes, I do like how they did the spines here, especially that transition from skin to spine. That is done a lot better here. And yeah, SH Monster Arts articulation wise, it wins 100%. It's the better posable figure, to be sure. But even with the superior articulation from Bandai, sculpting wise, and again, this guy's not super articulated, but he can pull off poses from the movie. Let's ignore the price. Okay, because if you factor in the price, obviously Hiya Toys is going to be the clear winner. But ignoring the price and just looking at them as figures, I gotta say, Oh, you know what? The head articulation on Bandai, on the SH Monster Arts, isn't that much better. This is as far up that it can look. It could look more down, though. Well, shit. Even when I try to play devil's advocate for Bandai, it turns out that the Hiya Toys figure is still better. Yes, the articulation on this guy is superior. Yes, the spine to skin transition and the actual quality of the spines is better on the SH Monster Arts figure. But everything else, painting and sculpting, movie accuracy, proportions, Hiya Toys still takes it. And now let's bring back the price. $75, $130, it's no contest. Hiya Toys still takes it. The fuck? even when I'm trying to play devil's advocate, Hiya Toys still wins. Shit. Well, there you go. I hope that in future releases they improve upon the quality of the spines and I don't know, make the paint pop a little more. But this is still the better figure, still the better looking figure for sure. But definitely still, and I don't take this back, it is still underwhelming compared to the Hiya Toys Shimo, which is just the best figure ever. The best the best Hiya Toys Monsterverse figure ever. She can do anything. And she has individual I'm telling you, this figure is insane. This figure is insane for the character that it is, because I'm not even the biggest Shimo fan. It's just the figure herself is so good. So yeah, no one else could do this. Well, I think that'll do it for these for the playing of the figures tonight. And just for your reference, let's bring back the size comparison trio one more time for Godzilla Evolved. Not my favorite Hiya Toys figure, but still a very good figure, it turns out, even when compared to the SH Monster Arts, which for some reason is surprising to me, but it shouldn't be at this point. There you go. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know. Leave a like, leave a comment, all that good stuff. We're not going to end the stream, though. I know it sounds like we are, but we're not going to end the stream, because after we have played with these figures, which we have, we're finally going to get into our live Q&A/hangout portion. So get ready for that. I will pay attention to the chat more from this point onward. Well, after we take a look at more donations. Yeah. Happy with the two figures that we played with tonight. And I am still very, very optimistic about Hiya Toys' future with Godzilla. Can't wait for them to do more Toho stuff. I want to see a Shin Godzilla. I want to see a -1 Godzilla. I want to see a Destroya 100%. Shit, even maybe a Biolante as well. Let's get crazy, Hiya. Let's go crazy. Let's go fucking nuts. And then maybe they'll do their Showa era. I still haven't seen the majority of the Showa era, but I'm sure a lot of fans would appreciate Hiya Toys figures of them. Oh, the fists are still a little tight. Okay, you know, I'll do that off camera. That's a little too much effort for for right now, especially when I'm wrapping up the figure portion of the stream. So let's just get the default hands plugged back in. Yeah, I'm super glad that King Ghidorah is as good as it is. This is a huge recommend, at least on first impression. Again, I might find an issue over time, but I doubt it. I'm super happy with this. So glad that this didn't disappoint. Okay.
Swivel here.
Thank you very much, and great timing too, because now, chat, let's read your donations, huh? Okay. I'm sorry, just checking my text messages real quick, and let's look for our spot while I drink some more water. Stay hydrated, everybody. Beautiful. Let's get this spinning. Give you guys something to look at while I look at your donations here. And again, these are donations that are under $5, so if you donated $5 and more, I can safely skip them at this point. Appreciate all of your support. Okay, I believe there was a member chat that I didn't attend to. Okay. Here we go. We have Anonymous with $1 through the stream elements asking, are you gonna do a build and chill on the Transformers Godzilla plus upgrade kit? I should. I will. Hold me to it. I will. I'll do it. We got let's see. Wait, what? Did I don't believe I addressed this. Well, I'm gonna read it right now. Spartan177 with $5. Hey, Jobby, my aunt got me a Gundam while she was in Japan, but I've never built one before. I bought cutters. Are there any other tools you recommend? X-Acto knife is a really good one for that. Sanding stick, sanding sponge, perhaps for those particularly frustrating, persistent nub marks. There you go. X-Acto knife, some sort of sanding tool. And paint, if you want to go that far, but that's about it. Thank you very much for your $5 donation. Sorry for not responding to it instantly. I'm pretty sure I missed that. Okay, I definitely saw that already. Tuss Centaur, thank you for renewing your Legends class membership for 22 months. My goodness gracious, your support continues to keep me going. Appreciate you. I gotta ask, how's the Age of Extinction review going? And Unique Toy Stinger is about to drop since some reviewers are about to get copies in hand. Is that right? Well, I'm definitely getting that. Pre-ordered it a long time ago and really excited for it. Age of Extinction review, to repeat myself from earlier in the stream, it's 100% done. Age of Extinction movie review is 100% done. It's even uploaded to YouTube already. However, before I make it public, I do have to wait for my sponsor to approve of it, and they're kind of bad with the back and forth for some reason. So as soon as I get that go ahead, it's gonna go public. So hopefully that's this week. If not, then early next week. But it's 100% done. Super relieved to finally be done with the video, and maybe I could show you a little bit of it if you remind me, if you're good, okay? Maybe I can show you a little bit of it at the end of this stream. Just hold me to it because I'll definitely forget. Age of Extinction movie review. It's done. All right. 712 Spectrazilla with 199 says, kiss Godzilla and tell us how it felt. Say happy B-Day, Dana? Happy birthday, Dana. Ah, shit. Spiky. God damn it. Yes, it's actually pretty sharp, that figure. Hayden CNG with $1 through the stream elements. Hey, Jobby, was playing Ark for basically the whole day again after I got home from work, 6+ hours. I found a cool space whale. It's like a galaxy purple, thank you, and blue color. I think I'm naming it Eclipse. I got 2 of them now, but what Ghidorah did you play with? This is the Hiya Toys Heisei era King Ghidorah, 1991. Beautiful figure. Very happy that it's really good. Not only is it good, it's really good. And a pretty good price, relatively. $125. I was gonna say $170, but it's not even that expensive. $125. Alright. And again, link in the description to both of these figures. We got Christopher103 with $1. Through the stream element says, I didn't see the accessories portion, by the way. Did Godzilla come with an atomic breath part that's able to be vomited into your mouth, into the ground? Unfortunately, no. None of these figures today had accessories, and that's gonna continue being a complaint that I have with any articulated kaiju figure. However, they are doing a heat ray version of this figure with an atomic breath part, so yippee, or goddammit, they should have done that in the first place. And Christopher103 with another $1 through the stream element says, just realized another thing. What happened to those new glasses you wore that other day? So it's quite a story what happened to those. So apparently the copy that I got didn't have all the features out of the box. It was supposed to, here. Thank you. It was supposed to light up. It didn't. So the company offered to give me a new one. I just had to send the old ones back. So I did get the new one. And don't tell them I said this, but it also didn't light up. But I don't care because the screen feature still works. And the reason why I'm not going to wear them on my Just Playing streams going forward is when I play with the figure for the first time, I want to look at it with my own eyes. But rest assured, I'm still going to be wearing these glasses, and let me pull them out. I'm still going to be wearing these glasses for my toy reviews because what I said in that particular stream still applies. These things are a great technology. And if you guys don't know what this is, these are glasses that literally act as a monitor that you could wear on your face. It's beautiful technology, and it's so good for my channel because if I want to transform a figure on camera, I can have a view. I can have a view of what my camera sees right in front of my face. I can put it on this monitor that I'm wearing right now. And that's just going to make doing transformations a lot easier. So I'm going to wear these glasses for my main channel reviews. But on this channel, on my second channel, no, I'll keep my eyes nice and naked so that I can use my own eyes to judge a figure for the first time. But the fact that on my main channel, I would have already played with the figure on this channel, so I don't have to look at it with my own eyes. I'll look at it with my robo eyes. So that's why I'm not wearing these glasses on my second channel anymore. Maybe they'll come in handy for some other applications on my second channel, but these will primarily be for the main channel, for toy reviews. Okay. But yeah, they're supposed to light up. They don't. I don't know what's up with that, but I don't care. It still works as a monitor, at the very least. Okay. And yeah, that's the sponsor of the Age of Extinction review. So I'm waiting for them to get back to me to give me the go-ahead to post the video, but it's already on YouTube, like I said. Okay. Those are all the donations so far, chat. Feel free to keep them going if you want. You don't have to, but it does help the channel out a lot. Thank you very much. However, now we can properly get into our live Q&A/Hangout portion. Let's hang out. Let's just hang out. Ask me anything, and let me grab something to drink. Not alcohol. Not alcohol. I'm saving that for Saturday. Little fun fact, I'm going to a birthday party on Saturday. Big shout out to our very own Omar. aka Civil. You already know him, and if you don't, you've definitely heard his stuff on my channel. His birthday is on Friday, but we're having a party on Saturday, so looking forward to that. I'm getting fucked up. So that's why I'm not getting fucked up tonight. I'm saving it for Saturday. But what I am gonna drink... is still a fun, fizzy drink. Izzy. I think that's how you pronounce it. Not sponsored, but I love this stuff. It's beautiful. It's beautiful soda, low-calorie soda, and this has got to be my favorite flavor, the apple. It tastes like apple cider, but not alcoholic, so it's good for your liver. 70 calories a can. Not sponsored. Sounds like it's sponsored, but I'm just saying it's good stuff. Cheers! Ask me anything. Oh, fucking love it. Okay. Flamco says, Jobby, do you like the 1991 Ghidorah or 2019 Ghidorah more from Hiya Toys? Great question. I answered it briefly earlier, but I'll say it again. 1991 Ghidorah. Oh, sorry. Bring the figures back. 1991 Ghidorah is better than the 2019 Ghidorah, in my opinion. However, that might change with the version 2.0 that Hiya Toys is coming out with improved neck articulation and potentially improved painting and sculpting. So we'll see what happens. But for now, 1991, the superior Hiya Toys King Ghidorah, the superior alien. All right. Godzilla 1954 says, how was your day? It's pretty good. Pretty damn productive. Thank you very much. Give me a second while I answer the how was my day question. I woke up a little later than I wanted to. However, I did get the stuff done that I wanted to. I put the final touches on the Age of Extinction review, and I even came up with some goofy thumbnails. I make 3 thumbnails for each of my videos because YouTube has this new feature where you can upload 3 thumbnails and then YouTube will automatically cycle through those thumbnails to see which one gets the most views. So I had the time to make 3 thumbnails. Finished up my Age of Extinction review, uploaded it, made 3 thumbnails, and now we're streaming. So very productive day, and I'm happy about it. How was your day? I could show you the thumbnails I came up with, by the way. Oh, and that also explains why if you see my videos or some of your favorite creators' videos where on the day they upload it, if you notice that their thumbnail changes occasionally, that's the reason. They're using that feature that I mentioned. You can upload 3 thumbnails and YouTube will automatically cycle through them until it finds the thumbnail that gets the most views. So, if you wondered about that, that's the reason why. Anyway, Hayden CNG with $1 here through the stream elements says, me and my dad are going to a toy store on Friday. It's one of those ones that has everything. Nice to have one close to me since I'm not a traveler by nature. Me neither. I hate long distances. Me too. But depending on what it is, I've made room for a Titan class on my shelf. Hell yeah. Excuse me. You getting that Titan class Grimlock by any chance? I am. 100%. Even though he only gets like 3 seconds of screen time in the movie, but it's still a great design and still one of the better parts of that fucking film. I'm so excited for you guys to see the Age of Extinction review, by the way. I think it came out really good. Oh, and really good news for the Age of Extinction video. It did not get copyrighted. It did not get copyrighted. If you don't know, the Dark of the Moon video got copyrighted because I used a lot of footage from the movie. But the Age of Extinction review didn't because I altered the movie footage and I altered the audio as well. So, fair use. We did it. We did it, chat. It did not get copyrighted. Alright, let's keep it going. J Rexzilla says, which Hiya figure you like more? BBW Snow Bunny or shiny, shimmering, splendid alien? That is a hard question right now because I quite like both of them. You know, because I've had more time with Shimo, I'm gonna say Shimo for now, but I have a feeling the more time I spend with Ghidorah, the more I will like this figure. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It depends if I could shove it up my ass. CRISPR103 says, Jobby, about Zootopia. Do you think it will be set before or after that one Zootopia comic? In my professional opinion, before. It's a prequel. Direct prequel. Have you guys seen the Zootopia 2 trailer, by the way? It looks great. I mean, the first movie is a great film, and now the sequel looks... I hope it's good. The trailer looks really good. And sorry, not sorry, but Judy, goddamn. All right, let's move on from this. Sarah again with $1. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Hey, Javi, I just ordered Deformation Space Crimson Wings and a knockoff Robot Paradise Acoustic Wave. Can't wait to suffer Crimson Wings transformation. Good luck. And good choice, because even though the transformation is ass, the robot mode and vehicle mode are still really good. Cheers to you. Edward F. Mika Jr. says, Jobby, just wondering if you will be doing a review of any new Kang Toys Dinobot figures. Yes, I will. The last one I did was the Swoop, which was the second figure of the line. So the next one that I'm going to do is Slag, the Triceratops. Look forward to that. And to bring up the question again, the next review that I will be doing after the Age of Extinction video. Should it be the Kang Toy Slag? Or should it be a Godzilla-related video? Most likely Hiya Toys Shimo. What will it be? I don't know. Thoughts? Sarrigan says, for an absolute beast for a price too, can't wait for them. I know, right? You're talking about this guy, right? SH Monster, or sorry, Hiya Toys. A little bit of Freudian slip there. Hiya Toys King Ghidorah 1991. Absolute beast of a figure for an absolute beast of a price. $125. My word. A lot of people are saying Godzilla, but I'm telling you, that's not what the members said. Unfortunate situation all around. What if just for this particular case, I did a poll on my community tab, one members only and one public, and then compare the results and combine the results and see how that turns out? Because what I don't want to find out, but it's looking true every time I think about it, it seems like there's a disconnect between what my normal audience wants and what my members want. Of course, I have been prioritizing what my members want because they pay, but is that necessarily the right choice? I don't know. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do a public poll and a members-only poll and compare the results, see what happens. I'm telling you, the member poll that I released earlier in the month, Hiya Toys Shimo lost pathetically, and it was upsetting. The members wanted Kang Toys Slag. Anyway. Swivel here. Thank you very much. Kid Kai28 says, have you finished all of Dragon Ball? Think you could watch Dan to Dan? It's a rom-com anime about a high schooler losing his balls while having teenage love. It's about ghosts, balls, yokai, and love. Finished all of Dragon Ball. I did. A long time ago now. I think I finished it like, I want to say 3 months ago at this point. I read the entire Dragon Ball manga. It's great. I even like the Buu Saga. A lot of people don't like the Buu Saga, but I found it very enjoyable. And I thought Buu was a great villain, too. I liked how tonally inconsistent it was. It was just fucking wacky. And Dan to Dan, I fucking love Dan to Dan. I'm caught up. I watched the new episode a few days ago, actually. So I'm all caught up with Dan to Dan. I love it. Haven't read the manga, but I'm caught up with the anime, just to clarify. It's super good. If you guys haven't seen Dan to Dan yet, definitely check it out. There's not a bad episode. There's not a bad episode of Dan to Dan. All of the episodes are so good. The cliffhanger for season 1 was a little disappointing, but it didn't it didn't piss me off as much as it did a lot of people. I waited patiently. But they really shouldn't have ended it with that fucking cliffhanger. But if you get into it now, you won't have to wait because season 2 is going on and it's just as good as season 1. So, Dan. Big shout out to Dan. Very, very good. Nothing in the chat says, how about JoJo's? I'm a little on and off with JoJo. I'm about 29 episodes into part 6 right now. And it's good. Every time I watch a new episode of that part, it's good. But I don't know, it just doesn't make me want to binge it, if that makes sense. I watch like 2 episodes at a time. And then I take a break, and then I watch another 2, and then I take a break, and then I watch another 2. So I'm getting through it. I'm getting through part 6 slowly but surely. I think the last one I saw... What was the last JoJo episode I saw? What were they doing? It was, they beat Versus. I don't know if you even know who the hell I'm talking about at this point. It must have been a long time since you've seen it. But they beat Versus. That's the last thing I saw. Great episode. The whole them getting caught up in the plane and the plane crashing. It was just it was great. But yeah, taking a break.
Swivel here.
Thank you. We have Hayden CNG with $1 says, funnily enough, 2 of my favorite parts of my collection aren't even figures. It's the entire Beast Wars show on disc, as well as my pristine, even though it's used copy of Transformers Fall of Cybertron that I got for $35 on disc for the PS3. And you should be happy about that. That's awesome. PT Boy FWB with $1 through the stream element says, Jobby, I know how much you like Magic Square Light Apiece. Yes, I do. Any plans on diving in their MP scale Combaticons? Also, 1991 King Ghidorah looks amazing, and it is amazing. Not only does it look it is amazing. I've been on the fence about the Magic Square Combaticons. They do look very, very good, but I think I'm satisfied with my Mastermind Creations Combaticons. I'm just not a big fan of the parts forming element of it. I know it's very typical of a combiner, but the fact that Mastermind Creations pulled it off with no parts forming, just I'm on the fence about the Magic Square Combaticons. Michael and Warrior Friend says, after third-party slag figures, what's next? Still gotta do the Fans Toys Ultra Magnus, the Make Toys Pandanus, which was my holy grail for a long time, and I finally bought it at TFCon, so I do gotta review it at some point. Tax write-off reasons. There's more Godzilla figures. I'm not gonna do all of these in one video, so there'll most likely be an SH Monster Arts video, then a Hiya Toys video. We got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff that I gotta do, so I gotta get to it. But I gotta make a decision. What's the very next video that I'm gonna do? Will it be Godzilla related or King Toys related? That's the question. But after that, the world's my oyster. I could do whatever. So, a lot of shit. A lot of shit that I can do. Kid Kai 28 says, what are we doing after this, Jobby? I haven't gotten this far in a Let's Play. We're just hanging out. This is it. So after we play with the figures, we hang out. I grab a drink and I answer your questions. It's a live Q&A. So that's what we're doing for the rest of the stream. Which should be, you know what, 30 more minutes? I don't know. Let a few more minutes pass and I'll tell you how much time we have left. Oh, that's right, Christian. Devil Savior is also on the itinerary, unfortunately. So, gotta continue Devil Savior at some point because I did tease it at the end of my Thunder King video. Big shout out to anybody who saw my Thunder King video, by the way. Appreciate you. Farron says, hey Jobby, glad you like my DS Ava work on the Failbox. Have you any feedback or criticism regarding it? No, not really. Especially because I've never worked in that medium before to that extent, so I can't imagine how difficult it must be to draw on a DS screen with a stylus. So, no, I think you're doing great. I have no notes. No notes. The LN in the chat is asking, have I seen K-pop Demon Hunters? I caught a little bit of it because my sister was watching it with my nephew. No, I haven't seen it yet. I will watch it. I will watch it eventually. It looks great. I love how the animation looks. Sony Pictures Animation, they do great stuff. Like Spider-Verse, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, the Emoji Movie. Anyway, the brother in the chat says, hey Jobby, you should check out the Nendoroid Shin Godzilla. It's up for pre-order. I already pre-ordered it. I even posted a pre-order link in my community tab. I think for both of my channels, so for Jobby2 and for Jobby the Hong. If you could find that post, I did include an affiliate link to the Nendoroid Shin Godzilla, so there you go. I already ordered it. Koado says, the facial expressions completely turned me off, TBH. Koado? You spelled on incorrectly. I'm just kidding. I understand. They do look a little... I don't know. This sounds like a weirdly shallow criticism, but they do look a little too memey, right? But I'm gonna watch it anyway. I still think from what I've seen, the animation, the actual movement of the characters does look really good. The character designs are great. But yes, some of the GIFs that I've seen are a little off-putting, to say the least. But I do want to see how the movie plays out, because my sister said it was good, so... And a lot of you guys are saying it's good as well. Vladislav the First says, canon event, Jobby mentioning Emoji Movie. We briefly mentioned it in the Age of Extinction review, so I kind of have it on my brain. TJ Miller is in Age of Extinction, so the Emoji Movie came up in conversation. The NBL Wonder says, hey Jobby, have you read the Godzilla vs. Marvel comics? They are really cool, and in Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe, Godzilla kills a Celestial. I haven't read them, but based. Magnus Label says, how about Pandas review? I mentioned that. I said that that is on the itinerary for sure. But not my very next video. My very next video is still between a Godzilla review or the Kang Toys review. So one of those. After that, anything can happen. Anything can happen, including Make Toys Pandas. Kid Kai 28 says, are you going to be in the new Godzilla Supernova movie? Yes, I will be in there for one frame. I will sing the national anthem and disappear. No, I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be in the movie. Jorge Random says, the thing is, Godzilla cannot lose a fight in a crossover. He might have trouble with Goku. Aiding the Jar says, Jobby, so there's a problem for Twitter. Every time I post in Jobby Failbox, it only shows my post on tops, but not in latest. That's why my post didn't show up. That's unfortunate. I don't know why the hell that is. For the next Failbox stream that I do, which should be at the end of the month. Let me check my calendar. Let me see. But Jobby, it is the end of the month. I meant next month. We already did July's Failbox. Let's say August 29. August 29, next Failbox. For the people who don't show up on the hashtag for some reason or another, Twitter's fucked that way, I'll ask for people to put their usernames in the chat so I can look them up. So we'll see if that system works out. But that's what I'm gonna do for the next Failbox. Kid Kai 28, you make a really good point here. Godzilla has his own Super Saiyan Rose form, though.
Swivel here.
You're so right. But you know what? I didn't say Godzilla would lose. I just said he would have trouble with Goku. CRISPR103 with $1 through the stream element says, Jobby, didn't you say the other day that you were gonna do a Godzilla review no matter the poll? My mind changed. I'm just curious. I want to see what people say. I am going to do Godzilla reviews, don't get me wrong. But for my next video, my immediately next video, I am curious as to what people will vote on. But yes, technically, I will be doing a Godzilla video. Whether it be my next video or my video after my next, I am going to do a Godzilla video. So, there you go. Regardless if people want it or not, I will be doing a Godzilla video. I just want to know if I'm doing it soon or later. Second part of that question here. Also, did you see the amazing Digital Circus Awards thing that's happening? I saw a little bit of it. I don't know exactly what that's about, but I have a feeling... I could ask Gooseworks about this. Maybe she'll tell me, but I have a feeling that it's rigged. I have a feeling that it's tied into the next episode in some way, and I have a feeling it's rigged. But we'll see. Maybe I'll ask. Maybe I'll ask Gooseworks. Alright. Magnus Label says, by the way, I regained photos of our North Kyushu trip with Death Saurus. Looking forward to sharing on the next Jobby Fell box. That's great news. Yeah, that's just great news. The hard drive crash, again, really bad thing to go through. Glad you could recover at least something. CRISPR103 says, imagine Kane wins. I wouldn't doubt it. Baku Drago says, so Jobby, you've seen the Age of Consent scene. It's pretty wild. I want to know your reaction. Look forward to the video. That's all I'll say. Look forward to the review. We go into it. Fox117 says, Jobby, if I make a game, would you like to voice some enemies? Dude, if you have an actual game that you can show me, yes, I would love to do it. But a mistake that people make, and not just with me, this is just advice for anybody making a game. I'm not an expert in game development, but I can say that voice acting is probably like one of the very last things you should be concerned about. You should make your game first. Make your game, have a visual style, have an idea for a story, and then you can put the toppings on there, which are voice acting and voice acting. A game doesn't need voice acting to be good. But that's what I'll say. Have a game ready, and then come to me, and then I'll do a voice for you. Focus on your game. Worry about voice acting later. Sarrigan says, hey Jobby, any figures you regret not reviewing despite owning it? Plenty. I mean, I've got all of these figures that you, or not all of these figures, but the Hiya Toys Shimo. I want to review it. I haven't yet. Make Toys Pandanus. We will get a review, but I haven't. I wish I did it sooner. Again, Make Toys Pandanus was one of my holy grails. I wanted that figure for so long, and I finally bought it, and now it's just sitting in my room, and I gotta review it. I have to review it. I already wrote it too, so I gotta do it. There's a lot of figures. There's a lot more figures that I regret not reviewing. El Chipis says, have you heard of The Man in the Suit? It's analog horror series on Godzilla. I've heard of it. I've seen a little bit of it. Not quite my thing. It's well made for what it is and, you know, very creative, but not quite my thing. What's more my thing when it comes to Godzilla analog horror is Shelter 54. Shelter 54 is kind of analog horror, but it's also more so a straightforward kaiju thing. I love it. Biolante reimagined to be a lot more disturbing than she was. So, Shelter 54, look it up. That's my type of Godzilla analog horror. Farn says, might do a Bruticus Ava 04 like Sunset Portrait or Depth Charge frolicking in the ocean art DS-wise. Let's fucking go. I would love to see it. Sounds beautiful. CRISPR103 says, Jobby, how does Pandanus scale to Thunder King? I forget if you did a size comparison next to that. It is significantly shorter. I think it's like a little more than half the size of Thunder King. So Thunder King's just ginormous. And this is height-wise, by the way. Just Thunder King is significantly taller. Santiago Levis Santarelli in the chat says, Do you pre-order the Hammond Collection Spinosaurus or not? It's so over. The Hammond Collection Spinosaurus, for the time being, is not happening. It's so over. I missed out on the pre-order window, and nowhere locally has it in stock. And not even my sponsor daddies, none of them have it in stock. So it's so fucking over. Cooked. I'm cooked. Okay. How much longer do we want the stream to go? We could make this a 3-hour stream, I think, right? Tell you what. Let's let a few more minutes pass, and then I'll tell you how much time we have left. And let's make this 3 hours. Let's make this a 3-hour stream. Are you guys down? How do you think? How do you feel about that? 3-hour stream gives more time for questions and comments, and maybe even donations. Thank you.
Someone already mentioned, but the Evolved 2.0 is gonna be bigger, have better neck range, and translucent spines.
Really?
Plus it'll come with a beam. Anyway, can't wait for the multitude of Godzilla reviews in the near future. God bless.
And you bet there are gonna be a multitude of Godzilla reviews. And you're serious. You're serious about this. Where did you get this information? Did Hiya Toys say it themselves? That's such good news. I love that. Thank you for thank you for improving my mood even a little bit more. That's great. That is great news. I've already pre-ordered my copy for the Evolved 2.0. Fantastic. Say that again? Is that movie good? I haven't seen it. No spoilers, but I gotta watch it. Fantastic Four. Like I mentioned earlier in the stream, the only new superhero movie that I did watch in the theater was Superman, which I actually really, really liked. The more I think about it, the more I like it, actually. And I even wrote a review. Should I do it? I don't know. What do you guys think? We'll see how the Age of Extinction review does, but I did write a Superman review just out of nowhere. It just... in the middle of the night, before I went to sleep, I couldn't stop thinking about Superman, and I just fucking smeared it on my iPhone notes, and it's there. So I wrote a Superman movie review. Anyway, the brother says, Jobby, have you seen the very old and expensive Meng Eva Unit 1 model kit? Yes, I have. I have it, but I have not built it. There's so many model kits that I have, but haven't built. All right, chat. So, let's do a 3-hour stream, like I mentioned. And because of that, Hold on. Let's give it a few more minutes before I start a timer. But we're doing 3 hours. I'm down to do 3 hours. And because of that, because we're going to have a lot more time to hang out, let me grab another one of these. Delicious stuff. I'm not going to do an apple, though. Apple is my favorite flavor, but I don't want to kill it. I only have 3 more cans left. Let me do... let's see. Blackberry. That sounds delicious. This is delicious! Yes! Yes! Izzy, not sponsored. I love this stuff. The brother... oh, I read that one already. And again, because we are hanging out for a lot more time, feel free to donate. It's 100% guarantee that I'll see your comment or question, because unfortunately, I can't answer all of your questions in the chat. So donate to guarantee that I answer your question. And it supports me. So I'm just saying. You don't have to. Cheers. Oh. So good. So good. Gerard J74 says, hey, Jobby, how's it going? It's going pretty damn good, man. I'm glad to be doing Just Playing streams again. Been a while. I think the last one I did was the Iron Factory Optimus Primal. Yeah, I'm glad how the stream has turned out, how these figures have turned out, especially King Ghidorah here. Super happy with this figure. Godzilla Evolved was a little underwhelming, but still pretty damn good. Hiya Toys, they keep cooking. They keep cooking, and I hope they keep cooking. Kid Kai 28 says, Jobby Smasher Pass Seiko from Dan to Dan. Zam, she's 80? That's 100% pass. Oh, sorry, smash. That's 100% smash. Detroit smash. United States of smash. It'll take a whole military to pull me out of that. What? Who said that? Peru Kill in the chat. We talk about Peru Kill in the Age of Extinction review, by the way. He's even in the thumbnail. AI is getting too real. It can replicate a middle-aged man doing toy reviews. That's right. This is simply an AI-generated approximation of what a Jobby the Hong stream would be. You're so right. AI has gotten out of control, hasn't it? I've linked the model in the description. You can find it at gundammit.com. Thank you. Marcus Melvin says, I'ma touch you if... Oh, alright. Get your hands off me. Vladislav the First says, recently I remembered Bionicles while watching G Gundam. Out of a sudden, wanted to ask, what's your favorite one and what set series overall? Favorite Bionicle? One of my favorite Bionicle sets in my childhood was the Borak Queens, Gadok and Kadok. They were big dragons, one red, one blue, and they had a trigger feature, and they could do that, and it was amazing. I think second favorite would be Makuta. What's your favorite one and what set series overall? Favorite Bionicle set, huh? I'm assuming you're talking about like the Toa generations. I like the Rakshi. I know they're not Toa, but I have a soft spot for the Rakshi. They were the last Bionicles that I collected, actually. The Rakshi. Shout out to any Bionicle heads in the chat. I know there are a few of you. Gerard J84 says, you ever gonna watch G-Quacks? Yes. Yes, I will. I don't know when, but I will.
Tom tipped $5.
Thank you.
You wouldn't happen to remember how you loosen the Frostlight die-cast shoulder ratchets, do you? I'm so afraid of breaking the arms, and I don't want to take out any screws just to have tiny parts shoot away into the void.
So, I don't exactly remember loosening up those ratchet joints, but for any ratchet joint to loosen it up, unfortunately for you, it does involve screwdriver activity, but you don't have to completely unscrew it. You can just loosen it a little bit. Don't completely remove it, but loosen it just a little bit and bend it as you do it so that you can get the perfect tolerance that suits your needs. That's what I'll say. If not that, then you could lube it up, but nah, that doesn't really loosen a ratchet joint. That's different. Yeah, it'll have to be unscrewing it little by little. You don't have to do it all the way. Little by little. Daniel DeJager in the chat saying, hey Jobby, Fans Toys is actually making Fort Max real, and it's huge. So I've heard. I'll get it. I have the head already, and it is this big. The head is this big, and so the body is gonna be like half my height, which is crazy. So I'll get it. Reximus128 says, I only use lube with Latinas like Shadow the Hedgehog. Thank you for that. Same. Knight of the Wind says, Jabi, what if Hiya did an Evangelion line? Would you want just the Evas or the Evas and the pilots? I would want just the Evas. I've seen Hiya Toys tackle anime-style characters. They have a line of Persona figures, and they look pretty good, but I've seen better from other companies. But Hiya Toys doing the Evas themselves, and even the Angels, that would go hard. But keep the anime figures to Bandai, ironically enough. Bandai still does anime-style figures really well. Kid Kai 28 says, would you say Dandadan is the best anime out of all the recent popular anime? I haven't seen all of the recent popular anime, but it is definitely one of the best. For sure. For sure, one of the best. Reximus128 says, Jada Toys did amazing cyberpunk figures. Yes, they do look really good. Rebecca looks really good. I don't know if I'm gonna get all of them, but I might have to get a Rebecca. And a bigger jar. The NBL Wonder says, Jabi, will you wait for Hiya 91 Goji to do a double review with Ghidorah, or do it separately? That's a great question. I think with the amount of other reviews that I want to do before King Ghidorah, I think it'll work out that I'll do this as a double review with 91 Goji. I think that's how it's gonna be. Because the next Godzilla video that I'm gonna do is not gonna be this guy. As much as I want to just dive right in, I think I want to do Shimo first. So, yeah, double review with Heisei Godzilla. I think that makes sense.
Swivel here.
Thank you. Tuss Centaur with $1 through the stream element says, what obscure kaiju besides Anguirus could Hiya Toys announce that you'd pre-order without a second thought? Mine would have to be King Caesar because of his theme song alone. Oh, that's a great pick. I will say obscure kaiju. Ebera. Give me the lobster. Give me the lobster. That's my answer. All right. Okay, chat. I'm going to start a timer for 30 minutes now, and that will take us to 3 hours. 30 minutes starting in a bit. So, 30 minutes in 3, 2, 1. Boom. There we go. 30 minutes. I think that's a good amount of time. Kid Kai 28 says, am I glazing Dandadan too much to stream? You're not glazing it enough. It needs more attention. It's super popular, but more people need to watch it. Great show. As GP says, would you like for Hiya Toys to do a 1954 Godzilla? Absolutely. Yes, I would. That would be great. Knight of Wind says, I love Dandadan. Hell yeah, look at that, Kid Kai 28. You're not alone. There's more Dandadan glazers in the chat than just you. Godzilla 1954 says, Shin Godzilla is coming back in 4K. Pretty sick. Pretty sick. And the fact that we might get a sequel too. Very good time to be a Godzilla fan. Marcus Melvin says, how long until your next SH Monster Arts figure? In terms of buying them, I think I might be done buying SH Monster Arts figures because Hiya Toys has proven themselves to be superior in every way. But in terms of SH Monster Arts review, that's the question, right? Is my next video going to be a Godzilla video or a King Toys Dinobot? And I'll have to put that to a poll very soon. Knight of Wen, great anime poll here. Frieren is great. I love it so much. Me too. Frieren is great. I love Frieren. Not only is she a beauty, the show is beautiful. The first episode alone is a great pitch for the show. It's emotional. It's existential. It's great. It may not be for everybody because it is very slice of life-y, which I'm actually not the biggest fan of slice of life stuff, but Frieren makes it work somehow. I love those characters. I love Frieren herself, and great anime. Tuss Centaur says, by the way, did you hear... Thank you. Did you hear that Kaiju number 8's manga officially ended less than 2 weeks ago? Oh, wow. That's sick. That's good. That means the anime has a definite end. I love Kaiju number 8, by the way. I haven't read the manga, but the anime is very good. Haven't seen the second season yet, though. I gotta get on that. We have... Crisper103 with $1 through the stream element says, I know you're not into much Power Rangers, but what ones do you remember seeing or knowing or watching? So, yes, I have a limited experience with Power Rangers, but I did grow up with some of them. The original, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, that theme song goes hard, of course. You don't need me to tell you that. Power Rangers, the movie, I watched quite a bit when I was younger. Ivan Ooze, that movie. The one with Ivan Ooze. I watched that one quite a bit. I remember watching a little bit of Dino Thunder. I like the design of Dino Thunder, Ninja Storm as well. But very little. Like, I never sat down and watched an entire season of Power Rangers, but I would just, like, watch bits and pieces. And I like what I saw, but I never caught up with it. So, I'm aware of Power Rangers, but I never took the time to become a fan of Power Rangers. Does that make sense? There you go. Gojira Wars 03 with $1 through the stream element says, think you're gonna double up all the Godzilla reviews like Godzilla 14 and Muto, Evolved and Shimo, Godzilla 91 and Ghidorah, etc. I think that's a good way to do it. Not only is it more watch time, which obviously is good for the algorithm, but it works thematically, I think. I think that is how I'm gonna do them going forward. Maybe sometimes I'll triple them. It depends. Nuka Tom, another good anime poll here in the chat. How do you feel about Delicious in Dungeon? It is delicious. It's good. Delicious in Dungeon is pretty good. Looking forward to the second season. Don't know when it's coming out. It's a beautiful looking show. Studio Trigger has done it again. The first Studio Trigger show with a second season, right? That's crazy. I guess it's because it's based on a manga. Delicious in Dungeon. It's good. It's delicious. I love the cooking show aspect of it. Because I happen to like cooking content in general. When, what's his name? Senshi? When he prepares the food, it reminds me of like a Gordon Ramsay video or an Ainsley Harriott video. I love my cooking shows. So, it's good. Dungeon Meshi. Ah, Dungeon Meshi. Nephi the Space Warrior with $1 through the stream element says, what is your opinion on Titanic Creations? Their Yongare and Gorgo and original Monsters figures look nice, and they are gonna release a diorama set for 6 to 8 inch figures. I've never heard of them. I've never heard of them. Titanic Creations? Oh! I've never seen this before. That looks really cool. Here, I can show you. I can show you guys. Just to give you context. You might see some, oh, actually, hold on. I can just reposition the window so you get a better view of what I'm seeing on my screen. There you go. Oh, empty can. Faded. Look at this. That's a really cool original design. Looks like a... It looks like Godzilla with kind of a Zilla face and a unicorn horn. That's a pretty sick design. Oh, it's crowdfunded. Okay. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, I've never heard of these guys, but they look like they're doing good stuff. So shout out to Titanic Creations. Okay. Whoop. Sorry about that. Just had to switch cameras real quick. Narwhal Godzilla, exactly. It's a Zeus. Narwhal Godzilla. There you go. Vladislav, the first, that's a better description of that kaiju design. It's a combo of Godzilla and... Destroyer! You're right. 80 in the Jar says working on a Jax logo and a mystery character as a logo. Hell yeah. Looking forward to it. Hey, on the topic of Jax, Michael, what's his name? Michael Kovac? Is that how you pronounce his name? Michael Kovac? Kovac? I think it's Kovac. He started following me on Twitter. Wonder what that's about. So, yeah. Maybe when we get around to doing the Nendoroid Jax, I'll invite him on. Gojira -1 in the chat says, the Godzilla -1 figure with the spikes that come out of its back is the Super 7 Giant Godzilla. I see. Interesting. Desiree Baker's Joy says, hello, Johnny, did I make it on time? Well, you're on time for the final stretch of the stream. 21 more minutes. Still a long time. 21 minutes. Kid Kai 28 says, Jobby, should Gigi and Ira be together? I need your opinion. I haven't seen them together yet, so I can't say. Where I'm at in the show, I haven't read the manga, but where the show is at, they haven't interacted at all, so I don't know what their chemistry is. I can't say. I'm not a shipper. Death to shippers. Hashtag death to shippers. I don't like shipping. I will only judge their relationship potential when I see them together on screen. Gerard JS84 says, Jobby, have you watched any cartoons when you're younger? In my opinion, Codename Kids Next Door is dope as hell and a timeless classic. I haven't seen that show too much, but I watched plenty of cartoons when I was younger. I am a Cartoon Network kid, which is ironic because Codename Kids Next Door was on Cartoon Network, but I didn't really watch it. I watched a lot of... thank you. I watched a lot of Cow and Chicken, Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Laboratory, Johnny Bravo, Samurai Jack, Courage the Cowardly Dog, goddamn, a bunch of Scooby-Doo for sure. So yes, I've watched a ton of cartoons when I was young. Green Ink with $1 through the stream element says, hey Jobby, sorry I just entered the stream, and I don't know if you already answered this or not, but will you be willing to do a review on the Superman movie? I saw on Twitter that you said it was really good. P.S. I'm Mexican and I loved your Piel Canela cover. Thank you very much. Muchos gracias. So I mentioned it briefly earlier in the stream, but I did write a review on Superman. I couldn't stop thinking about it since I watched it. So last night, in the middle of the night, in bed, I got up and I just banged out a review real quick. So I wrote it already. I would want to develop the script a little more, make it a little more funny, but I'm wondering if I should do it. If I should actually do a Superman movie review. Do people care enough? Or do you just want to see more toy reviews? I mean, I want to see more toy reviews too, but maybe I'll save the Superman review before or for after I do another toy review. How's that sound? Kid Kai 28, Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, Naruto. Which one are you saving? The rest get deleted.
Swivel here.
Thank you. Dragon Ball. Saving Dragon Ball. I like Pokemon, I like Naruto, but nah, Dragon Ball. Saving Dragon Ball, and I will let the rest die.
Swivel here.
Thank you so much. Hayden CNG with $1 through the stream element says, I made my own Transformers character named The Aberration. He's basically terribly conjoined with another bot during the forging process, has highly toxic blood to other bots, and it's very, very hot to the touch. He also turns into a crab with 10 legs. Sick. It's like Rampage. And it's Zeus with $1 through the stream element says, there is a Potemkin Guilty Gear mod for Smash in development. The rip from Strive into Smash is so seamless, including the Heavenly Pot Buster, and it's over Corrin. Cool. I've never played Guilty Gear, but that's pretty impressive. Desiree Baker's Joy says, you're my favorite YouTuber and I subscribe to all your channels. Thank you! Appreciate that. Rexmas128 says, Jobby would save Digimon over them. You know, to be honest, I haven't experienced all of Digimon like I have experienced a lot of Dragon Ball. So I think at this point, I would still pick Dragon Ball. Sorry, Digimon, you gotta go. If it's between you and Dragon Ball, I will pick Dragon Ball. I'm bored with $1 through the stream element says, yo, Jim Boy, happy Wednesday. Hope you're doing well. I know you're not a huge Kamen Rider fan, but if and only if you wanted to take a peek, I recommend Kamen Rider Kuga. The show was way ahead of its time and beats most MCU movies nowadays. You might like it. Oh, I believe you, man. I believe you. For sure. NBL Wonder says, Jobby, what's your favorite non-kaiju / Transformers figure? Probably a Pacific Rim figure. Oh god, that's something that I want to review too. I've got a lot of Pacific Rim reviews that I want to do. They were supposed to be in July, but goddamn, the Age of Extinction movie review took all my time. Yeah, it would have to be a Pacific Rim figure. Alright, how much time do we have left? 16 minutes! We still have quite a bit of time. Wow. Did you guys still want a peek at the Age of Extinction video? Actually, before I do that, let me show you the thumbnails that I created for it. Give me a second. Yeah, I think you're gonna love... I think you guys are gonna really like the video. I'm excited for it. It took me 1 billion years to edit, which is still... Oh,
hey, Jobber, have you checked out the Godzilla Fujimine line? They're little chibi Godzilla model kits. They got a G-0.1 model coming soon.
Really? Okay, yeah. I have one. I have the Heisei one. A fan gave it to me in my P.O. box a long time ago. God damn it, I forget the fan's name. He's another YouTuber, and I even did a voice for him. What's his name? Let me look this up first. Let me give this guy a proper shout-out. But he gave me one of those chibi Godzilla model kits. So, one of these days, I'll do a very fast build and chill with that, because it seems like a pretty easy build. Okay. Give me a second. Also, I might as well look for the Age of Extinction review. Like I said, I've already uploaded it to YouTube, but I have not made it public yet. So, first thing I want to do is look up the YouTuber that gave me the Chibi Godzilla, and then I will remember his name because he was cool. I'm just gonna go to my voice rolls playlist. Actually, let me change my screen real quick. There you go. Look at the flex, dude. Look at the fucking flex. Check out this playlist if you haven't, by the way. It's a playlist of all my voice rolls. And I'm so happy that I can put this freaking episode on this playlist. So we got Street Humans, we got the Lumaken Studio videos, the TFI creation, another Gooseworks video. Professor Kaiju, there you go. Professor Kaiju, he's the one that gave me a chibi Godzilla model kit. So big shout out to Professor Kaiju, and check out these videos. I play Alexis Carib in these videos. I'm doing my best Tim Curry. Yes, quite. Gridman. Okay. Let me look for the Age of Extinction review now. Where did I put it? There it is. I'll show you the first few... Yeah, I'll show you the first part before the sponsorship segment. I think that's fair. And yes, it's a long video, and it took so long for me to edit because it was over 3 hours of raw footage. Literally, we watched the movie and we filmed all of it. So there was a lot of discussions that we were having during the film, a lot of bits that we did during the film, a lot of funny stuff. I had to cut it down all the way, into 34 minutes and 27 seconds. So it's still a long video, but not 3 hours long. So, long ass edit. But anyway, let me pause the background music and we'll have a little sneak peek at the Age of Extinction review featuring Kellen Goff and Kian Carlisle. Filmed early last month. Sorry it took so long. Let me bring out the browser audio here, the YouTube audio. Here we go, chat. Enjoy. There you go. So we're officially hot on the mic right now.
Why is the mic sticky?
Hey, my name is Jobby, and it's happening. For better or for worse, I'm joined by Ian Carlisle here, Mr. Disney Channel.
So true. Animated man.
And
so
Transformers
true.
Animated, of course. Kellen Goff here.
Hey, my name is Kellen.
And then we got
Oh, I'm Jess.
newcomer here. Yeah, that's right, Jess.
Yeah, I'm just here to hang out.
And Jess's crime against humanity is introducing Kellen to me. So
One of my best friends.
there you go. Transformers Age of Extinction. I've never seen it. Kellen has set my expectations at ground level.
I think it's the worst. Even 5 was fun. This is just...
Oh my god. Revenge of the Fallen Superfat here saying
Why do
Age
you
of
keep
Extinction.
calling me that? I literally just watched
5
times. That's it. Just a couple.
I thought you were gonna say I literally just watched it right now before I arrived here.
No, that was him.
Okay. All right, dudes.
Let's watch Age of Stink.
But before we... All right. That's all you're getting. That's all you're getting. The first minute of the video. So look forward to it. There's a lot more video after that. And the majority of the video is actually reaction highlights. So I've timestamped this as well. So after the sponsorship segment, which is the glasses that I mentioned, Kellen will recap Dark of the Moon, one of his classic recaps. And then we watch the movie. So that's the majority of the video. And then at the end here, post-movie depression / discussion. So that's how the video is structured. And we react to all the bits that you already saw the little peek right there, the how old are you part. Yeah. 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 Okay. All right. So look forward to it. I'm like I said before, I'm waiting for the sponsor to give me the go-ahead to make this public, but it's on YouTube. It's complete. It's just waiting to be approved. I'm very excited for you guys to watch it. Okay. Let me go ahead and bring out the background music again. Okay. And can you hear the background music? Am I tripping? Okay, yeah, you can hear it. All right. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Age of Stink. That's what I caught the video, and that's what Kellen. The title of the video is what Kellen called it during the filming. And let me just show you the thumbnails that I made for this video. Let's see. So I made 3 thumbnails, like I mentioned earlier. 3 thumbnails so that YouTube... Thank you. So that YouTube can cycle through them to see which one gets the most views. Here you go, chat. That's the first thumbnail I made. It's so stupid. And yeah, the other thumbnails are just variations of the same idea. So Yeah, so the first one is the disappearing guy, the second one has my face on it, and the third one has Kellen's face on it and my logo, so we'll see, we'll see which one does better. But for the Dark of the Moon video, the grainy Freddy seemed to do well, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, yeah, I'm very excited for you guys to watch it. It took so long to make. It took so long to make it. I'm so glad that I'm done with it. I can finally move on to making toy reviews again. 34 minutes, chat. That might be the longest, one of the longest videos I've done besides the Kang Toys Thunder King review, which is just a compilation, so that's why it's long. But this is like pure editing for 34 minutes. It's crazy. Alright, chat. Let's take a look at those donations. And how much time do we have left? 6 minutes! Oh my goodness, time is just flying by. So let me not waste too much of your time here and read them donations. We got... Oh, it's just one donation, okay. I'm bored with $1. Through the Stream Element says, I also watched Pointless Hub's review of TF Age of Consent. So, I also make the spoilers for the Age of Extinction review. I also make the joke, but I didn't know it was such a popular joke. I literally thought I cooked. So, there you go. I didn't know it was so popular because I haven't seen the movie. I didn't know what I was getting into. So my first reaction to seeing that scene was Transformers Age of Consent. So there you go. I thought I cooked, but a bunch of people cooked before me. Anyway. I learned that Mark Wahlberg is a racist, which kind of sucks. I never liked the guy, but now I just straight up dislike the dude. Hope he never gets another role ever again. A real Decepticon. Well, I don't fucking know what Mark Wahlberg's personal beliefs are, and I don't really care. I just know that he was pretty bad in Age of Extinction. And there you go. It's Zoo says, I'm guessing you've seen the Zootopia 2 reveal. Not only have I seen it, I've seen it a couple of times. Hello, darkness, my old friend. God damn it.
Swivel here.
Some people commented on my Twitter post about the subject that my tablet is calling to me like the Green Goblin mask. So true. We got CRISPR103 with $1. Through the Stream Element says, don't forget, Jobby, you got the last night left. Do you have any plans on that yet? Not yet, but we are gonna do it. We are gonna do it for sure, but I don't know when. The NBL Wonder says Judy Hopps is objectively a baddie. That's what I'm saying. You know, but no one sees the vision quite like we do, you know? She is. I don't care anymore. I don't... Let's get off this topic. Imagine Caro says, the heart, Jobby. First we go for the heart. Exactly. Godspeed, Spider-Man. K-Zaro, you're so right. She got them thighs. God damn it. Linton the Kitten is asking, favorite Age of Consent Dinobots? Grimlock. He's like the only one with any real screen presence. I guess Swoop has a few moments here or there, but Grimlock is the coolest one.
Swivel here.
Thank you. Green Ink with $1 through the Stream Element says, I went to Mexico City 4 days ago, and just so you know how big you made it, there's already disappearing guy plushies going around? I'm telling Goose. Are they official plushies? Come on, dude. You shouldn't have told me that. But I appreciate it. Very flattering. CRISPR103 with $1 through the Stream Elements. Says, one more thing. Would you review Revoltech Nick Wilde for the release of Zootopia 2? Maybe. I'm hoping for some new Judy Hopps figures, though. Legitimately. maybe kind of in a Goonie way. I hope we get more Judy Hopps figures, especially in her new fits revealed in the trailer. She looks great. What can I say? All right. Gojira -1 says, "Are you going to watch Demon Slayer: The Infinity Castle?" Yes, I think I'm gonna watch it in the theater with the boys because we all like Demon Slayer. Well, at least Omar and Oscar do. Yeah, I think we will go watch it in the theater. I'm excited for that.
Swivel here.
Thank you. I'm bored with $1 through the stream element says, "By the way, are you going to have a disappearing guy button or is it under copyright by Digital Circus? Still peak cinema." I think I could get away with it. I mean, I have if I could get away with this, I could definitely have a disappearing guy button. I just don't know what I'd use it for. I also could ask Gooseworks how that would work if I would get copyrighted for that. El Cheapy says, "Will you ever do a Demon Slayer action figure review?" I don't know. I've said this before, I'll say it again. There's a lot of franchises, properties that I like that I wouldn't get a figure for. Does that make sense? There's no... Like, I love Demon Slayer and I love the characters and all that. I love how they look, but I wouldn't get a figure of them necessarily. What can I say? I'm a primarily kaiju mecha collector. So, really the only anime merch that I love buying is Evangelion and Gundam. That's, yeah. But yeah, there you go. I do have the Mirako figure, but she is a special case. Gerard JS84. She is a special case. That's my wife you're talking about. Or my other wife. Don't tell Judy. Manjin Karo says, "Did you hear Gundam Wing Endless Waltz is planned to be coming to theaters for the 30th anniversary? I cannot wait." Good for you. I've never seen it. I've never seen any Gundam Wing really, so I don't have a strong opinion of it one way or the other, but good for you. Have fun. Aiding the Jar says, "Are you getting the Lego Soundwave as soon as it's out?" I'm gonna goddamn try to. I already told my Twitter audience to spam the link when it goes live so that I can just order it immediately. Because there's a chance that I'll miss the order, but I need it. I need Lego Soundwave, and I will be building it on stream and reviewing it. What the fuck? All right. I lost track of the time. Before we properly head out, though, we have one more donation to take a look at. I'm bored with another $1 through the stream element says, "Will you get SH Figure Arts Asuka or Rei?" I'm getting both of them. I already ordered mine. I almost missed the order window, but fortunately Big Bad Toy Store had them for pre-order, so I'm getting both of them. They look great. They look like two of the best things that Bandai has ever done. Asuka in particular looks really, really good. Anyway, chat. That was a really fun stream. It's good to be back, huh? So, thank you very much, everybody, for watching, for donating, especially. Really appreciate the... God damn. The incredible support. And I appreciate that you guys have been liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel so you don't miss the next stream, which should be on Friday, chat. Look forward to it. And I'll see you on the next one. Now, how could I end this stream? Oh, goddammit. It's been a while. Let me... it's been a while since I...